Hello and welcome. Today we are in Brussels for the international game between the Belgian junior Barbarians and the Czech national team. With me, I myself am Robbe Pieters from American Football Community Belgium, and with me I have my brother Arne. Welcome.
Hello.
Pleasure to have you here. So today is going to be a game for the European Championship. This does not mean that the winner of this game is going to be the European champion, but it is working for it towards next year. These both teams have been divided into the second division, and they will be able to fight for the top division for next year or the year after that to have a chance at the title. I'm gonna apologize beforehand because we have some problems with the stream itself. There will be some internet connections problems, so it might lag every once in a while. It might completely fall out, but we are trying to fix it. And if not possible, then afterwards there will definitely be the whole game available on YouTube.
Indeed. On a gorgeous day here in Brussels.
It has been a scorcher though. It's been hot. First hot day of the year, and we're ready for some football, I think, no?
I think I am. The cabin where we commentate from is pretty fresh, so for us it should not be a problem.
For us it should not be a problem indeed, and I hope it's going to stay that way, and I hope for the players that it's not going to be too much either. It's going to be a case of drinking enough during the game. First, we're going to have the coin toss with the captains. For the Belgian team, we have number 9, Jules Boron, number 45, Jorre de Smet, number 46, Tobias Pilekoni, and number 32, that is Elliot De Veers. These players will be ready for the Belgian team for the kickoff, for the coin toss. Whilst on the Czech side, we see number 81, Jan Vňata. Number 15, we see Amos Feranic, also the starting quarterback. We have number 3, Matthias Bilje, and number 7, Artur Hovorka. These are your captains for today. They will do the coin toss, and then we'll see who's going to start where.
Some lovely Czech pronunciation from you there.
It's going to be a bit difficult. My apologies to all the people in Czech Republic. I'll do my best to make it as correct as possible, but I'm not a professional in the Czech language, so we'll have to see what comes from that. The Belgian team has won the coin toss, and they elected to defer their choice to the second half. So the Czech will be able to choose what they're going to do first.
I did not see it. I was a bit distracted. Oh, they will receive.
The Czech team will receive and will play towards the left, whilst the Belgian team is going to get ready to kick the ball away.
Some friendly handshakes over there.
Start of the game. Still the case.
Still the case.
We hope,
it
of
never
course,
is at the end.
We hope, of course, that there is a good understanding between the two teams. I don't think they've ever met, especially these juniors. It's only about 3 to 4 years that they have time to play with the junior team, so a small window to get some cohesion in.
Yeah, but a lot of players play together at their teams, so it's really a question for the coaches of how can we make one team out of those little pockets of players, which is not easy, but with a good coaching staff, that should be possible. We've met with both of the coaches today. And they seemed like good coaching staff is all around.
Yeah, plenty of people as well. Of course, the national team always has a bit more attraction for the coaches. There's a bit more spaces. Coaches come from all the teams as well. We see on the Belgian side, well, if we're going to count them, we're going to be here for a while to count all the coaches. But you can see them on the bottom of your screen, usually with the black polos on. So there should be plenty of experience on the side to guide these teenagers and guide these younglings to a good game.
It's a unity that's gorgeous to see.
It's beautiful. So we're going to start with the kickoff, and it's number 85 from the Belgian team who is going to kick it away. And that will be Tristan Kreter. See how he starts the game and see how the Czech are able to bring back the kick. We got quite a few people here in the stands today. It's a lovely thing to see. The weather is beautiful, of course, so that's going to help. It's a Saturday afternoon, so there's still time to go to the terrace in the evening.
Yeah, and you don't need to miss out on any barbecue by coming here because they are selling some hamburgers which smell delicious.
There is a barbecue that is smelling amazing. I haven't checked it out myself. It's going to be for halftime. But
I'm a vegetarian, so
that's not going to be for you, but I'm going to enjoy me a good piece of meat. All right. So a little more talking between the different teams to put their strategies correct, see who's going to be where. For the junior team, we have our coaching staff. So the head coach will be Andy Brutijn, with offensive coordinator Ewout Nijtens and Sergio Borra as the DC for the team. Whilst on the other side, with the Czech team, we have Jan Stiegler as the head coach. We were told that he was one of the legends within the game.
The best player the Czech Republic has ever produced, I think.
Their words, of course. We're gonna take them. We're gonna believe it. But we'll see what he's able to do as a head coach for the junior team. And then on the offensive, and then as assistant there's Jan Mikulka. He will be the assistant coach. There's the defensive coordinator, which is Daniel Krebisch. So we're gonna see what he does, and we're gonna assume that Jan Stiegler might also be the offensive coordinator in this case. Then
We had a little chat with them. They arrived here yesterday, the
Yep.
Czech team, which is an awful long bus drive.
it
I
is an
imagine.
awful long bus drive.
So it's good to come in a day before. They did not have the chance to visit the city, unfortunately, because Brussels has a lot to offer, as you know. Maybe they have the chance after the game.
I hope so
Maybe
for
with
them.
some ice packs after some bruises.
It's
That's
not gonna
what
be.
happens.
It's not gonna be too long of a walk in the center, I assume.
No.
All right. We have quite a big refereeing crew today as well. Always good to see that the game will be led in a good way. Of course, standard I5 rules, so they have to be here. But we're gonna hope for a clean game first of all, and then we're gonna hope that they're able to guide the game into a good flow. We're gonna hope for not too many penalties, and we'll see what they think.
Well, the referees are really the unsung heroes of the game, alongside with the O-line, of course.
Definitely.
But they are so necessary.
They
And
might not always get the praise, but
No,
it's a necessity for the game.
definitely.
All right, we're getting ready for the first kickoff. So as we said, it's going to be number 85, Tristan Creter, who is going to kick this ball away. He looks to be playing at the Izegem Tribes Youth Academy. We'll see what kind of a kick he has in his legs.
Pretty standard lineup for the return.
And it's a decent high kick. Ball
Around
is
the 17.
received. And he's running. Oh, he's found a crease. And he
Oh,
actually, he makes
that's
it all the
a
way to the
decent
48. That is a good start for the Czech team. A great return.
Is that the kicker who tackled him as well?
It might have been the kicker who tackled him. Yeah, he was one of the last people there. They're gonna have to buff up a little bit on that side of the kicking team, because there was a crease very quickly, and a great starting position for the Czech team.
51 yards line, still in own territory, but not by much.
So let's see which offense they put forward. So we have Amos Feranec under center. He's in the shotgun, getting ready to receive the snap. And there we go, and it's a pass right away to the outside to number 86. He finds a little bit of room, and he gets about 7 yards of it. A great reception by Jan Sloviacek.
Like a little bubble route over there.
Yeah.
There was some separation, there was some room to make a move upfield, and he got all the yards that were there.
Yeah, directly north running. Great way for the Czech team to start the game. After one play, they're already inside the territory of the Belgian team. They're getting back to it now. Let's see. Center for the Czech team, also very important, is Jakub Chemi. See how he is going to snap today from the gun. Flanked by Vaclav Bartosz. Bartosz get the ball, and he's met right away in the middle, but he gets a few yards out of it. A great effort by Bartosz to get there. And let's see if they're going to move the chains or not. Otherwise, it would have been third and about 1.
I think that's a chain move.
That will be a first down, I think.
He kept his feet in running to keep on the pressure and to eventually get the first down, which is
Exactly.
very important, as you know.
There's a new first down, a fresh set. They're already at the 40-yard line. Let's see if the defense of the Belgians can stiffen up a bit in the next place. Feranec ready for the snap. Still same running back next to him. Gets the snap, looks to the right, is under pressure
over there.
And he's gonna get sacked. A sack by Ikolo Mael. We talked to the head coach before the game, and the head coach Andy Brutin told us, watch out for number 99, Ikolo Mael. He is going to be a beast on the defensive line, and he shows it very early in this game. That's a great sack. They lost about 10 yards with that play as well.
Yeah, they're back at where they started after the kickoff.
That's a great play by the Belgian defense. Let's see if they can produce one more, because right now they're going to be on second and let's say 20 yards to go. Not going to be an easy task. They might get a little bit more pass heavy in this case.
There was some pressure right up the middle immediately. Some great job from the D-line.
Franich ready in the shotgun again. There's a little bit of pressure showing from Van Dromme from the Smets. He blitzes, the pass gets away anyways. He sees a little opening and he's gonna go up to the sideline. He gets down to the 30, to the 34-yard line. That was a great play by Premil Pekara, the number 38 from the Czech team. That was great to pick up some yards. They needed that.
Quick out route. There was some open space there. Take the space you can get.
And he got going. A good pass once again. There was a lot of pressure. There was a blitz coming from the Belgian team. The linebackers were coming in, but QB was quick enough to make a good read. Now third down.
Some impressive thinking speed over there.
Third down, 4 yards to go. He's back in the gun. Getting ready to get the snap. Next to him, still Vaclav Bartos, my apologies. He gets the snap, passes it away. Open receiver on the side. Number 86 is going for it. Ooh, gets pushed out of bounds at about a 19-yard line, but that's going to be another first down from him. That is Jan Sloviacek, who is getting a very productive start of the game, and he got pushed out of bounds by Matthijs de Meersman. He made the play so that he wouldn't go all the way, because I think he had a lot of room behind that still.
He did. So it's a great stoppage over there to stop the bleeding.
A fresh set of downs. They're still at 19-yard line. So first and 10. And the snap is in hand. It's a jet sweep. 38 goes around. And is he going to get brought down? Yes, a great play by Jorre de Smet from the youth team of the Izegem tribes. A great penetration into the backfield. And he's able to make the play. So the Czech team is going to go back again.
Yeah, some great containment over there as well, because
Exactly.
it's easy to crash inside too fast, but he stayed on his position, he kept his eyes up and made the play where it needed to be made.
Made a great play. So seems like the first down, his defense is good enough. He already had the sack on the previous play, now a decent tackle for loss. So we're going to have to hope that the second down is going to be better than what they produced the last time. A little bit of confusion in the backfield. Got 81, so we got trips on the left side. Then we have the running back still switching sides as well. Let's see what he does. He's looking for the pass, going to the side of the trips. Ooh, that's almost picked off by number 13, Gabilo Nehemi. A great play from him. He was able to make sure that it wasn't a touchdown, because he was getting awfully close to the end zone.
Yes, and I must always also say, excuse me for that, that it was the first incompletion. So some great passing consistency, finally broken up. Some great job.
Yeah. Great coverage there in that case. He was also getting close to double covered. So a risky move, but it almost paid off. Let's see what they can do on the third down. We get about third and about 13 yards to go. Where's the QB back in gun? We got twins to the outsides in the offense. And pressure's breaking through. It's a screen pass to number 12. Ooh, he slips down. Unfortunate for the running back, Vaclav Bartos. He might have gotten much more out of that, but he slipped down. It was a great play. It's screen though. The whole defense of the Belgian team was going straight for the QB, and they forgot to look.
Yeah, that type of screen is not very common within youth football, from my limited experience. And it was great execution. Unfortunate the slip. The field is great, though. We walked on it.
The field is amazing. It's a synthetic field, but it feels amazing on the feet. So we got a fourth down. They are at about the 25-yard line, so they're going to attempt to kick. Let's say this kick is going to be 39 yards, I think. Yeah, it should be about a 41. Ooh, it's even further than I thought. And the kick is up, and it looks to be short.
But just short.
Just short. It wasn't very short, but they didn't manage to get points out of that drive. So a great start, though, from the Czech offense.
Yeah, some lovely football on display, some lovely athletics on display. What a nice day.
What a nice day. Great day for international football, and a great day for just for the sport in general. It's always lovely to see the youth team can compete, because the youth, it's really the future of our game.
And it's looking bright.
It is looking bright at the moment. The defense did a good job. A little bit of a few slip-ups, but they managed to keep him back. So now we're going to see what the Belgian team is going to be able to bring forward. We got number 25 under center. He gives it off to Jules Boron, number 9, the QB, who passes it deep.
Oh, that's a lovely trick play.
Catch.
Lovely trick play.
Great play to start the game. We have Emmanuel Safikani, who received the ball from QB Jules Boron. Before the game, we heard that he was going to be the starter. He plays right now with the NFL Academy in Loughborough, but he's, of course, a youth product of the Brussels team.
Is there a flag?
There is a flag. We'll have to see what this is. As I was saying, he's playing at the NFL Academy now. We have great hopes for the future for him. We're just going to try and figure out what this flag is.
Oh, it's coming back.
Ooh, it looks like it is coming back.
Illegal motion somewhere?
It might have been either illegal motion, maybe an illegal man downfield. I didn't really 100% see the call itself, but it is coming back. That is too bad, because that was a great play from the offense. It was a great way to start. A little bit of trickery right away, showing that you're a multi-capable team, showing that you're going to be able to do this. And it was a good message that they sent. It's just too bad that it's going to come back.
What does this do for the confidence of the team? Are you still happy you made the play, because it worked in a way, but now that it's coming back? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I would say that they might still be happy though. It means there is a flag. Of course, it doesn't matter at the end of the day what the play was itself, but it was a great pass, a great catch. QB had time. He was rolling out to the right side in the boot, and it was working quite well. So let's see what they can do on this one. Now, of course, they're gonna have to go for a 1st and 20, I assume. I see that the chain crew moved along with.
I don't think they were supposed to do that.
Do not think they're supposed to do that either, indeed. So they're gonna have to reset the chains here for a second. And it looks like it was a 5-yard penalty. So this is going to be 1st down and 15 yards to go. As they're setting up the chain. There we go. Now, Jules Boron is in the gun, ready to receive the snap. On his side, we have the running back with him. And Boron with another pass in triple coverage, but he gets caught. 85, gets a little crease on the outside. He gets a lot of yards back. That is Tristan Creter, one of the other captains that we saw earlier, who is making a great impression on this on the second play.
There were a lot of receivers from Belgium over there.
There were 3 in one little bunch, so there was also, of course, a lot of receivers means there's also going to be a lot of defenders. So it's good that they were able to get that ball out there.
Some nice play designs to start of the game.
It looks like to be a very creative offense, and it looks like it's going to click. So we're going to see what happens now. Boron is back in the gun. It's getting ready for the snap. There's some pressure showing from 33 from the Czech team, and it's going to be whistled dead. That most likely will be a false start.
One must assume.
Yeah, otherwise, since they're calling it dead, of course, otherwise if it was an offside, they would let them play and then decide after the play what would happen with the penalty. But this looks like it's going to be a false start, and it looks like they're going to go back about 5 yards. So we have seen a good start from the Belgian team, and I'm saying in terms of place, in terms of connection that the receiver and the QB already have. I've seen a lot of time for the QB himself as well. He doesn't have to rush his passes too much. So that is a promising sign for the rest of the game.
It is. It is. And although I love a defensive game, some exciting offensive plays always take the crown.
Yeah, it's always nice, especially at this level, that already first off the offense is going to be able to show what they can do, and then we're going to hope that the defense is also going to be able to step up and make some spectacular plays, maybe some interceptions, some sacks. We'll see what comes from it. I apologize for a little bit of background noise. There is some wind coming into our commentators' box. We're going to try to fix this, but we'll see what happens with that. That seems to be much better. Yeah, we had to close the little door. It's going to get a little hot in here right now, but at least we're not going to be too much disturbed by the wind and the microphones. We're going to, if we have a moment later on, we're going to try to pass over the offensive line as well for both teams. It's always nice to know who's playing those positions. But right now we're going to focus on the play at hand first. So Boron back in the gun. Ready to get the snap, gets in his hand. And another flag, another whistle. That was a late hit as well, but the play was whistled dead. So we'll have to see what happens here. Might this be another false start?
I think so. I did not see the movement myself, but I have full confidence in the referees on the field today.
However, I noticed that the down marker didn't change positions, which means that the last one, they
must have taken a timeout, I guess.
They must have taken something like that, yes. Alright, so now we're going back 5 yards, which means it's going to be 3rd down and 11. I think the previous flag might have actually been picked up. We were a little busy trying to fix the wind issue in our commentator's box, but I think it might have been picked up for it might have been picked up and just been 3rd down and 6. But right now we're going to 3rd and 11. So this feels like an obvious pass situation for the Belgian team.
They have passed 2 times already, so one.
Another one. Boron gets the ball, has the time, throws it over the middle, but a little miscommunication. His receiver was going straight, whilst I think he was supposed to run the corner, or at least a little bit of a miscommunication between those teams. And that means we're going to get a 4th down and 11, so the punting team is running on the field.
Some great promise over there. Not a lot of advancement on the field in the end, but
they were able to show some good things already. So if they're able to clean up the little mistakes that they made, this could be a great game for the offense. Of course, this team hasn't played together a lot, so they're coming from all different teams all over Belgium, and they didn't have a lot of practice time together. So first we're going to look at the punt, which is going to bounce outside at the 50-yard line, so that will be a 26-yard punt. Not great, but they have given themselves some space.
Yeah, we saw the Czech Republic start at about the same place the last drive, and they were able to hold them to 0 points at the last drive. So that must give some hope and some perspective.
If they can keep him there again, I mean, if a 40-yard field goal is not easy for anyone. I mean, I couldn't do it. I don't think you would be able to do it either.
Very presumptuous of you, but you're still correct.
All right. So now we have the QB for the Czech team, Amos Feranic, back in the gun. Gets the snap, looks to the outside. There's a little screen pass to the number 17 who gets a crease, and he makes about 17 yards. A great catch and run from Tadeusz Valenta.
The screen game really seems to be working.
So let's see how they keep on, because right now they have a new first down. So what do you expect from this play?
The short passes have been working. The running play should take advantage of that. The running game should take advantage of that. We're seeing about the same formation, trips to the left side, one running back in the backfield. As we're getting ready to snap.
Let's see what he does here. Gets the snap, looks to the left, has another little
again,
screen
the
play.
Shorts
But
passing.
the ball touched the ground. That one had to be a little bit higher, so he would have been able to... He would have had at least a few yards. I don't think he would have been gone, but he would have had a few yards. So too bad for the QB that the ball was a little bit too low. Amos Feranic, he plays for the Ostrava Steelers. We got told by one of the coaches that it is one of the teams in this men's league, that he's doing a great job in the first division, and as a 17-year-old, really impressive.
One must assume that the Steelers are a good team wherever they play. Maybe some personal bias shining through there.
And maybe a little of personal bias shining through there. We got Feranic who's back. Again from the gun. He got swings to the outside, gives it to his running back who gets met in the middle but able to escape. There was a first contact made by Florian Islamash, but he wasn't able to bring him down. He was able to get at least 1-2 more yards out of that. So a great effort by the running back, but they're still gonna go a little bit backwards. So right now they have a third down and about 9 yards to go, I would say.
Yeah, I saw the same thing as we saw on the first running play. Is keeping the feet movement, not giving up on forced contact, just keep it going. And you never know what you get.
Yeah, some strong running from Bartosz.
Giving up, then you show what you get. But it's mostly nothing.
Looks like a pretty steady from the defense, not a lot of blitz coming at the moment. Gets the ball, looks to the left, is under pressure, throws it away, and it's a pick! It's Jorre de Smet who makes the pick, the captain, and he's running back. He is running it back to about the 30-yard line. What a play from Jorre de Smet.
This was created in two parts. There was the pressure, there was the zone defense, and we've been told before the game from the Belgian head coach that Jorre de Smet was one of the players to watch. Well, we watched him, and we watched him do something great.
We watched him do something great. I personally saw him last year play the semi-final game from one of the local competitions. He shined in the game. I saw him take some interceptions, I saw him make some sacks, I saw him do great tackles, great containment. So it's good to see that he's being able to bring that energy and that energy to this team and such type plays as well. So now we're gonna get back for the offense again. Jules Boron is back in the gun. The NFL Academy and Brussels Black Angels project. He's gonna give it off to the right, and then we have a run who finds a little crease, and he gets about 8 yards out of that. That's a great running play. We got number 29, Calvin Savage, looks to be from the Antwerp team, who made a great play on that. So a good first run.
Yeah, some awesome blocking up front.
Exactly.
And he's got the speed to get through the edge and even get a bit more.
Yeah, and then a little pass on the O-line. So we got Peter van Drommen, 62, Lander Dager at 65, Mehdi Agnau with 75, Rune de Hertog, 76, and Jules Duivetter at number 77. We turn our attention back to Boron. He gets the snap. He's looking down the field, a lot of pressure. Ooh, he gets buried by 3 defenders. The first one to be in the contact looks to be number 99, Matej Rastoshny. He made a great play through the O-line, but it looks like some flags are coming in, and they came in quite late, actually.
Yeah, it was not on first contact. It was really after, Boudon was already on the ground. So
yeah,
maybe something over there.
Maybe some talking, maybe some, maybe a little push or shove that we didn't see specifically, but the flags on the floor, the referees are coming together, and they're going to see what comes from this.
It has been a pretty fair game so far. That's a lovely
It's been
start.
a pretty even game, exactly. I feel like the offense of the Czech team is doing a great job. They just made a little mistake here and there. The interception was, I think there might have been a miscommunication between him and his receiver, because he looked to be on the wrong side. He was wide open for the interception there. So we'll have to see what they can bring forward in the rest of this game. First, we're waiting for the result on this flag. There's an unsportsmanlike conduct on number 33 from the Czech team. So that is David Mikulka.
In both ways. You missed this, but there's also an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Belgian team, so those penalties offset. So just replay it down.
Yeah, that's going to be again a second down and 3 yards to go. So that must mean there was a little bit of pushing and shoving after the plays, because the defender, David Mikulka, definitely wasn't the first one to be there. So he must have come in a bit late, and then it happens, of course. It's early in the game. The energy is still high on both teams. Let's hope that they can keep that energy. But let's keep it a clean game first of all, of course.
Yeah, both teams has been able to field decently full squads, which is not always the case in Belgian American football. I don't know how it is in Czechia.
Well, the Czech team has actually made the trip of 36 different players, which is a goodly filled bus to come here for a quite a long trip. So I hope they were able to play, well, let's say 9 different games of cards per 4. Perfect. All right, let's see. Boudon is back in the gun. It points to the right, feels the blitz coming from the Czech team, and the blitz is coming indeed, gets picked up by the run, and the pass is sadly a bit high. That was a great blitz pickup by the running back, number 46, I thought it was. The pass was sadly a bit high, so they were not able to complete it. But what a blitz pickup. I saw some legs flying over there. Oh, and it looks like the blitzer actually might have hurt himself a bit. He is down on the floor now, and he's going to need some medical attention.
It's always fun because Thomas Bourlon?
Jules
Bourlon, sorry. Really pointed out the blitz, so we were all looking at it, and then see something like that happen.
Yeah, normally you wouldn't see it right away, but of course, since he was pointing, I think he was doing it for us actually. I think he felt I'm gonna have to tell those guys where he's gonna come. So while they're tending to the injured player, that is Philippe Martinek from the Prague Black Panthers. I think he got hit a little bit in the sternum in the stomach somewhere, and I don't think that felt very good. Yeah,
no, some stretching out should help.
He looks like he was a bit winded. He needs to get his breath back for a second. I think they will have to put him on the bench. They have to take him out after this play anyways because he needed medical attention. But
and again, we see a crucial part of American football in play. The medical team are another unsung bunch of heroes.
There's a lot of unsung heroes apparently, but it's true that they're all very vital to the game, because without them we wouldn't be able to be here. We wouldn't be able to play this game, and we wouldn't be able to enjoy the sports that we all love.
They have taken great care of me on a couple of occasions.
They have, yeah. They have. All right, so as Martinek is going to the sideline to receive some medical attention, let's see what the Belgium team is able to put forward. They're actually going to punt it. It looks like it'll be a 4th and 12 situation. So they're going to punt it again with number 85. That is Tristan Creteur, who is going to take the punt again for him.
Number 81 back to receive.
Receiving is going to be Jan Vernata. The receiver, it's a better punt this time. Goes all the way to the 30-yard line. Jan Vernata takes it. Saves the first man, takes the second. Ooh, and then gets down by number 38 from the Belgian team. And it's Alexandre Deviers from the Mustangs.
Some great coverage up the middle, really forcing the player outside where the rest of the team was waiting to make the play.
He managed to escape the first one, but after that there was a bunch of Belgians coming his way indeed. And now we're gonna have the Czech team back on the field. So under center we still have Amos Feranec. He's been playing a great game. The interception was not his best pass, but I think the rest has been. He's having a high completion percentage at the moment.
Yeah, there was also a lot of duress on that pass, so it's normal.
Looks to the right. 17 was ready for the screen. Now he's getting under pressure and he has to throw it away.
Seems like a smart move.
A great coverage by the Belgian team. 17 was a little bit going backwards to try and get free to receive that snap, but in the end he decided to be safe, throw it away, and live another day. That was Tadeusz Valenta, who was ready to receive that pass, but it was a good choice from the QB to make sure that they didn't take any unnecessary risks. I mean, the completion, they would have had to run a lot of yards anyway, so it's going to be again a second down and 10 yards to go from about the 45.
Knowing when to throw it away is a pretty important skill.
It's a very important skill, exactly. You can save your team. Now we have a new QB in our center. We have Matthias Billy. He looks to be in the gun. He gets a high snap and he's running for it. He's under pressure by number 99 again, 18 as well, and number 18 from the Belgian team, Obi Vervoort from the Antwerp Spartans, pushes them out of bounds. That was a little trick play because they brought out Matthias Billy instead of Feranic.
Yeah, he had some great speed getting through the sideline, but the containment was great. Something I've noticed now for a couple of plays for the Belgian team.
Looks like the ends are doing their job, the defensive ends. The linebackers are making sure that the QB has to stay in the pocket, and now Feranic is back on the field.
Defensive ends, really unsung heroes from the game.
Unsung heroes everywhere on this field. They're getting ready for the snap. And it gets back to Feranic. He looks like he'll be under pressure. Does the screen pass again. Finds his number 12. And Obi gets to turn around, but he's still able to make the tackle. They're gonna gain about 8-9 yards on this play. Great recovery from Vervoort.
Is this going to be a 4th and 1?
This looks very close. Ooh, this is a 4th and inches. So the defensive line of the Belgian team has been doing a good job. Let's see if they can keep it up, because there might be a sneak coming here.
Put the big boys on the field.
Defensive line, we saw the first one to put pressure again was Mael Ikolo. He has been starting off this game hot. Let's see if he can keep it up. But now, looks like the Czech team is going to go from out the gun. He's flanked by 2 different running backs. Gets the ball, and it's going to be Knubi himself. And oh, the great sack. Number 93, Steve Chum, who made a heck of a play.
Some great closing speed there.
He broke through that line like it was a hot knife through a piece of butter. That was amazing. So that means it's going to be a turnover on downs and a new set for the Belgian junior Barbarians. Still looks to be Bourron that is going to be out of the gun most likely. We haven't seen him under center. I don't think we've seen any of the QBs out of the under center.
No.
They've been playing from the gun both ways. He is flanked by number 29, Calvin Savage. Behind his O-line, who's been doing a good job all day. And he gets a snap. It's a tiny bit low. He managed to pass it over the middle, but it was too short.
Slant route from number 85, but there was really good coverage from number 4 from the Czechian team.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Joachim Flash from the Czechian team, he was being a great QB spy. He was reading that play perfectly. It was a little high, otherwise I think he might have run away with it.
Yeah, he was able to get his fingers right on the ball just to make the trajectory of the ball change that little bit and make it fall short.
Oh, great play from the defense. And let's see what the Belgian team is able to come up now. It looks like they're going to go empty. We got quads on the right side of Bourron. Do they produce a screen here? They try to. The pressure is coming from the left, and he's gonna get sacked. That was a good play by number 90. That is Benda Jan from the defensive line. There was a little bit too much hesitation, I feel like, with the QB.
Yeah, quads is not an easy formation to run.
It is not an easy formation to run. He had his receiver open, but I think there was too much pressure from the defense right away on that play to actually make it. And he looked to the left side, no one really available there, so all he could have done was take the sack. He tried to run through the middle, but this D-line of the Czech team doesn't look to be accepting of anyone coming through today. Third and 12. Bourron gets a snap again. He is under a lot of pressure now. He finds his number 20, who is going to be able to make some yards. I don't think it's going to be enough for a first down, but that was a great reception and run from Quentin Brill, number 20. That looks to be from the Spartans team as well.
What would your decision be here? Because the field is not long enough to punt, I feel like.
Yeah, you're already down to the 40-yard line, so if you're going to punt it, you're going to have to do it carefully, or you're only going to get about 15 yards out of it.
I would say go for it.
I would go for it. Yeah, definitely.
4th and 1.
It looks like the outside is going to be the better option for either the pass or an outside run is going to be the better option for the Belgian team, because the interior D-line of the Czech team has been ferocious thus far.
He's under center now.
He is under center. He's going to try to sneak it. And
some
the
great...
piles get Ooh. He got pushed well by his teammates from the back, and it looks like... Oh, he's still going. No whistle yet. He's going to make 5 yards out of this play. That was an effort play.
Some great athleticism on display from the whole O-line, getting that push, not giving up and staying with it.
Exactly.
I've been saying it a couple of times. If you
Yeah,
not give up, you never know what you get. In this case, 5 yards.
And then the great push from the back as well, from the running backs. That must not have been a very pretty situation for Bureau himself, though. He must have been struggling a bit getting pushed from left and right, but great to hang on to the ball and get a fresh set of downs.
That's the case in those situations. Just hang on, keep your feet moving, and we'll see how it goes.
It looks like it's going to be the end of the first quarter. Yes, it is indeed. So they're going to move it to the other side. They're going to flip sides, and they're going to restart at the 31 on the far side away from us. It's been a pretty good game. I mean, the first quarter went pretty fast. There was a lot of running, a lot of completions as well.
Yeah, you saw some early mistakes with some false starts and some illegal movements on the Belgian team. But they seem to have find their groove.
Huh? They have indeed. So second quarter about to start. Belgium with the 1st and 10. Sadly, we're not really able to live stream this game, so if you're watching this game afterwards, our apologies for this. The connection is not good enough. We've tried everything in our power to make it possible for you to enjoy this game on the live, but sadly, you're going to have to watch this game afterwards. It's probably because we're in the middle of a forest. We're in a very, very pretty place. So right now we're in the International School of Brussels. It's an amazing private school. It's a great campus. It's a great location as well in the middle of the forest. But sadly, I don't think these trees around here are going to give us a Wi-Fi signal. So we're going to have to live with people watching it back. But no worries, there still is the way to watch this game. We're trying to record everything of it. So I hope you're enjoying this right now. So now we're back. First down for the Belgian team. I feel like there's a little bit of missing lineup on the O-line. And then Boudon is going to run for it. He's going to get to the first down. That was a great read, though.
Yeah, the line really made space on the right side. The pressure was coming from the left, from Boudon's standpoint, of course. And he made most of the space, getting very close to a first down. Not quite there yet, but as we can see, they can run the QB sneak.
They can run the QB sneak. They've done it very successfully in the previous play. But they might tend their chances another way because it's only second down. They only have 1 yard to go, so they might be a little bit more conservative than trying the QB sneak right now.
If you're a defense, you're on edge now.
You're on edge right away. You need to stop them there. You need to make sure that they don't get that first down again, that they don't get those fresh set of downs to make it, because there's only about 25 yards left to the end zone. Let's see. Boudon from the gun gets the snap and feels the pressure from the right, rolls out to the left. Ooh, he missed the pass, threw it behind the receiver. That was Emmanuel Safikani who was ready to receive, but he was a little tad too far. And then we saw on the other hand there was a good coverage by Lucas Tisch, my apologies, but he didn't see the ball coming and wasn't able to intercept it. Otherwise, there could have been a chance. I feel like the ball hit him in the hips.
Yeah, timing is so important for a wide receiver and quarterback duo. And the timing was slightly off there, and that's enough to change the whole outlook of the play.
Yeah.
No worries though. Third down, 25 yards, 1 yard to go. Everything is in play.
Exactly. For the DB as well, in that case, you need to look at the QB, at the receiver, you need to see everything at the same time. So if you don't see the ball coming, you're not going to be able to catch it. Now Boudon is under pressure from the sides and misses his receiver. Number 85, Tristan Creter was also the kicker, was ready for the reception. Sadly, he was unable to catch it. So now we're back to fourth down. Do we go for it again, or do you think we're going for a kick here?
I see some substitutions on the offensive side, but I think you should go for it from here.
Yeah, I think they're putting
fresh
in
running backs,
fresh running backs, fresh legs. Yeah, exactly. I think they're putting in 2 running backs as well, if I saw that correctly. So they might be. No, it's only 1 running back that's going to be flanking.
It's a fresh receiver.
And he's going to go back under the gun. He's going to try to sneak again, and he's managing to find some room. Ooh, but there's a flag. This might be a killer. There was some space for him. He's starting to run. He was starting to find it. With the flag coming in, this might be... looks to be a false start indeed. So they're going to go back 5 yards. This is going to be 4th down and 6, 30-yard line. Do we go for it?
That's a difficult decision. I don't know the range of the kicker.
I have no idea yet. So if we saw the kickoff, that was quite good. But of course, a kickoff and a kick and a field goal kick, two complete different things.
Yeah, but there the same thing happened again, where timing is so much important, so very important, I should say in proper English, with the quarterback and the wide receiver, but also with the quarterback and the offensive line.
Yep, the pressure was coming from both sides real quick. I think the defensive ends were able to get by their offensive tackles with a little bit of speed. It looks like the offense is staying out there. They're gonna have to start hurrying up a bit because the referee already told them that the play clock is running. Sadly, we don't have a game clock or play clock. Our apologies for that.
We do have a scoreboard.
We do have
0-0.
a scoreboard. That is still the same. Fourth down. He passes. He looks deep. Oh, just overthrown. Emmanuel Safikani was again the target, but once more he didn't manage to just get this little extra step on his DB. He didn't manage to get a little bit more separation and to get that ball right into his hands. So we saw a decent drive from the Belgian offense.
As we have seen from the Czechian offense.
Exactly. Both teams are doing a good job, both on the offensive and defensive side. Yes, they're making yards, but they're also not scoring any points up until now.
They're stiffening up at the right moment.
They are. The third and fourth downs are crucial, and they've been doing a good job on both sides of the ball, on both teams, on the defenses. So now we're back to Feranic, who's in the gun. Gets his snap, looks down to the right side. Number 81 pass gets broken up, almost gets picked off. That was number 18. That was Obi Vervoort again, who is doing a good job from that position with the pass breakup, because that was...
Just a little contact is enough to change the trajectory of the ball. So just put the finger on there, make sure the ball falls drops short.
Exactly. It's all you need to do, and it's all he's been doing, and it's been doing it enough. Whatever he's got going on right now, keep it going. All right, so Feranic back under from the gun. Gets the snap. Gets a little bit of pressure. Two receivers open on the left side, and one is able to make some space. Gets wrestled to the ground, but that was a good route, and that was number 39. That seems to be the receiver. That is not on my page, or is that a different number? That looks a bit 38, sorry. So 38, that would be Przemysl Pekara. My apologies for the pronunciations. I do the best I can, but once again, I don't really speak Czech. So that was him. He did a good job. He got a lot of yards, and he managed to actually get the first down again.
Again, some yards gained.
Getting close to the 50-yard line. Feranic back on the gun. Looks to the step. That's a fumble! Oh, but it looks like Vaclav Bartosz is just able to jump on it, because that could have been potentially dangerous for the Czech team.
Yes, those are those little mistakes that happen between national teams where you don't play together each day.
Exactly.
And as long as you can limit the damage like that, it's just a loss of a down and 1 yard. You can take that back.
Yeah, a fumble would have been a worst case scenario, almost the worst case scenario for them in that case. So it's good that they were able to bounce back on it. A little bit more work on the timing, which will come. And now they're back. Feranic from the gun again. Gets the snap, looks to his left side, throws it deep. And that was close. Number 86, Jan Sloviacek was there, but he just missed that little step.
Yeah, but this play does more than just that little incompletion, because they have been throwing short passes a lot, which have been arriving a lot, but now they're stretching the field a bit to make sure the defenders are aware there is a whole lot of space back there. Don't give it to us. We will take it. But in the meantime, maybe your linebackers pull back a little bit more.
Exactly. We're going to try to go through the O-line of the Czech team in a bit. We just need to find two more numbers. There we have Feranic. He goes back, looks to his left. A great pass, and again he finds his receiver. That is Przemysl Pekara. He looks to be one of his favorites today.
Yeah, they seem to have a good connection. He was open. He thinks fast, the quarterback, I must say.
He does.
He processes it. He finds the open space and makes a great throw over there. What more can you ask from a quarterback-receiver duo?
The fact that he's also playing with the ISM Ostrava Steelers might have something to do with that. They might have a little history with each other, so...
It helps.
I don't know if they're both QB and maybe he's not wide receiver one, but let's say that even at practice they can do a lot of reps together. A little 5 minutes afterwards, and then you get great plays like this. So Feranic is back to receive the pass. He gets the snap, goes to his running back again, but he gets stuffed after only about a yard. That was a great effort by the interior D-line with Adnan Daras and Mayal Ikolo from the Belgian team, who really brought him to the ground quickly. And it was a necessity because he might have been a little bit more gone if that was not the case.
Yeah, everything they've tried up the middle has not succeeded for the Czechian team, which is more compliment to the Belgian team.
Exactly. We're trying to be as objective as possible. Of course, we are both Belgian, so we do have a little bit of love for the home team. We do need to respect the game that the Czech team is playing right now as well. Sees nobody on the right, looks to the left, rolls out a bit. He passes it deep. There's one man behind the defense, and he's able to make the catch. That is number 5, Otakar Hlazek, who was right there. He really ran past all those DBs and everybody looking at him.
Yeah, but also a great job from the QB. There was a little bit of pressure there, searching for some space, keeping his eyes upfield, looking for a man breaking through. He found him. He doesn't care who it is. If it's number 5, number 81, he passes to the man in the best position. And that's a great job over there. Is this first and goal?
This is first and 10 from about the 19-yard line, so they don't have that much to go. But the Czech team is really getting under some pressure now. Feranic ready for the snap, gets the snap in his hands, looks to the right, pump fakes. He finds number 17, and that will be a Czech touchdown. That is wide receiver Tadeusz Valenta with the catch from the Vysočina Gladiators. He gets the first touchdown reception, puts the first points on this board today. And we saw it a little bit coming in this drive. I feel like the defense of the Belgian team, they were starting to crack a little bit. Yeah,
they were stretching the field a bit more after those short passes from the beginning from the game, and they found some space there. There was a first incompletion, but then I think there was a slant. The route.
I didn't see the route itself. I was a bit focused on the pressure that he was under, which he was handling perfectly with a little pump fake. And now Jan Vnata, the receiver, manages to kick it through. So that will be a score of 7 for the Czech team and still a 0 on the board for the Belgians. So they're gonna have to come back strong here. I mean, the Czech team really, the passing has been great. I really believe that he's now the starting QB of a men's team.
Yeah, I've been keeping the numbers with me, and from the 19 passes, 11 were caught, 1 for a touchdown. Those are some percentages, not very common in youth football.
Exactly. They've been doing well, and it seems like we've lost the ball behind the... It looks like the ball bounced away a bit somewhere, and we haven't found it yet. But there will be plenty of other balls to play with, so we're going to get ready. So the Czech team is going to kick it back off again. And then we're going to see what the Belgian team is able to do. They haven't returned the ball yet today. So are they able to break a lot of space or not? We have Calvin Savage and we have Josef Crisati in the backfield. Crisati with the number 0, Savage with the Savage. I'm not sure about which pronunciation it is. With the number 29 ready to return that ball. A little bit conversation between the two of them to say, am I going to take it or are you going to take it or are we going to share it? So let's see what the Czech team does, how they set up. Looks to his right, looks to his left, his teammates look to be ready. Takes a 7-yard stride. Ooh, it's a bad kick. It lands on the 30-yard line, and that's also where they're gonna get tackled. I don't think that the number 80 from the Brussels Tigers, that would be Mohamed Al-Rubayai, I don't think he saw that ball coming, so it could have been a bit more of a return, but still, the 30-yard line, should be happy with that, no?
Yeah, the kick was not great, but the coverage was amazing.
The coverage was amazing. They were there very quickly. It was also quite of a slow trajectory that the ball went on, so by the time that it actually fell on the floor, I feel like they were already surrounding it with about 3 guys. So great coverage, great play from the Czech team to make sure that even if the kick wasn't good, they only managed to get at the 30-yard line from this. A little bit confusion on the Belgian side. We see a tight formation, tight end and receiver on the right side. Boudou in the backfield. This is going to be a run. No, it looks to be a pass. Looks downfield, gets under pressure, manages to get to number 85. He's going to get some room. He runs over a man and gets about 15 yards out of that play. Great play by Tristan Creteur to make some yards out of it. It was a good pass and a good read from Boudou as well.
Yeah, there seemed to be some confusion when the play was starting, and that's normally not a good sign. But they made the most out of it, I would say.
15 yards, but yeah,
I would not
making the most of it, definitely.
Would not complain about that.
No, definitely not. So they're in the huddle now, discussing what their next play is going to be. Meanwhile, the Czech defense, can they hold up what they did in the first few drives, or are they getting maybe a bit tired in the sun as well, a bit exhausted, a bit too hot?
I am already getting tired from commentating in the shade.
And it's going to be
I
a
don't
long
have
game.
the stamina.
It's going to be a long game. So there the snap. Boudon gets it from the gun, looks and... Oh, that ball is tipped by his own receiver. Number 33 is going for the touchdown. Is he able to outrun Boudon? Yes, he is. That is a great interception from David Mikulka. He was able to get that ball out of the deflection from Tristan Creteur. They've had a great connection, Boudon and Creteur, but this one sadly flipped up a bit in the air and he was able to run with it, which will put the second touchdown on the board for the Czech team, and they're going to try to add one more point with the PAT right now.
Yeah, you feel like you've got a rhythm, you feel like everything is going good, you made a great pass.
And then sadly, the ball gets tipped and doesn't get to the correct person. It was a great return as well. I mean, he got the speed because I've seen Boudon run. He's not very slow, but he was able the receiver was able to outrun the QB. So they're gonna try to add on one extra point here, and it looks like they do. So that's gonna be the score of 14-0 for the Czech team.
But we didn't lose the ball this time.
We didn't lose the ball this time, so that means a little bit of less searching, which is good. But I feel like it has been a pretty even game. The score of 14-0 doesn't feel 100% correct yet, but maybe the energy will shift completely towards the Czech team now.
It really is in the details, and you can feel the feel about things like that. But it's really about keeping your chin up, making ready for the next play. There's only one play at a time.
Exactly. I mean, we're still second quarter, still plenty of time on the clock. We don't know how much, but still plenty of time on the clock.
At least 2 quarters left. I can tell you that.
At least before the halftime, there is some time left. So we'll have to see what they're able to do with this play. So the Czech team is now getting back to kick that ball. That will be number 81, Jan Vnata again. See if this time he's able to get it better. Looks to the left, looks to the right, sees that everybody is ready for it. Kicks it away, this time it's much better. Gets all the way to the 15-yard line, he's going to let it bounce and then pick it up at the 10. There we go, Joseph Cresati looks to the right, sees opening on the right side, manages to get around the defenders. And he goes all the way, ooh, he gets down to the 35. That didn't look like it was going to be a good return, but then he found some space on the west side of the field.
Maybe they used the speed of Czech to their advantage over there because they close in so fast, which means there must be space at other places of the field. Yeah. He was able to return it to the other side. There was some space over there. He found it. He made the most of it.
They were crashing a bit too fast from the other side of the field. They were coming a bit too hot, and I think they should have kept their lanes just a little longer to be able to cover the whole field behind it. But a great return nonetheless. And the good field position. Actually, they're only at the 32. I thought it was a few yards more. They're only at 32, so let's see what the Belgian team can do now. Boudon, fresh off the interception, fresh off the pick six. Gets back in the gun, gives it to the side. Ooh, that is a lot of pressure from the defense. There were 4 guys who broke through that offensive line right away, but number 46, that will be Tobias Peliconi, was able to get at least back to the line of scrimmage, because that could have been a big loss.
Yeah, even though there was some penetration through the O-line, he still found a crease. This play could have gone bad.
It could have gone very, very bad. That's the type of play where you risk a fumble as well. If there's 4 guys right away breaking through the line, it's dangerous.
So as so often, the Belgian team made the most of it.
Yes, they did. So they get back now. Boudon in the gun. We still have Tobias Peliconi next to him. He looks for the pass this time, goes down the middle of the field. Ooh, almost caught. But Tristan Creteur wasn't able to get that ball firmly within his grasp, and they sadly couldn't hold on. So this is going to be another attempt. It's going to be a 3rd down. It looks like Boudon and Creteur have been finding each other, but maybe he's been focusing a little bit too much on a certain direction, or is that just my feeling?
Well, we talked about the great completion percentage from the Czech team. With the Belgian team, it is a bit lower right now. Maybe some short passes to get the rhythm going is something to look forward to.
Yep, most definitely, most definitely. Maybe try a run as well with the outside, because we've seen them run through the middle a lot, and the middle hasn't been their most effective place to go. So Boudon back from the gun. Still flanked by his running back. He's gonna look to the left, gets under pressure a bit from the right side. There's two guys on him, manages to make a little spin move. Is he gonna get that ball away? No, he does not. He gets sacked at the 25-yard line by, again, Matej Rastoshny. He's been a great force on that defensive line. He followed him all the way from the left side of the line to the right side of the field and managed to trip him up before he was able to get rid of that ball. So this time it looks like the punting team is going to come up for the Belgian team.
This must be an easier decision to punt it away.
Must be an easier from their own 25. It's a dangerous place to go for it. It's also, it would be a 4th down and about 18 yards, I would say. So a very risky decision if they would go for it here. But instead they're going to put the punter out, which looks to be Johan Nguadi. He is ready to receive that punt, strapping the helmet, making sure that if he gets tackled, it's not going to be too hard. And there comes the snap, gets the ball. That's a decent punt, it looks to be. The reception is not going to happen. They're going to down it at the 35 by number 30. That would be Joshua Aninkwa, who is able to bring it down. Safe choice, you think, to not let him return it?
Yeah, you never know which bounce the ball takes, which holes are on the field. You got some decent yardage on the punt. Take what you can get.
Exactly, they brought him back all the way to the 31-yard line, so I would say that's about a 25 plus 20, about a 45-yard punt.
Decent.
I've heard that it's very dangerous to do maths when you're commentating, because you can do some cock-ups on simple numbers, but we're going to risk it every once in a while anyways. And we're back with the Czech team, with Feranic, who is back in the gun. Let's see what they can bring from it. Has 3 receivers to the left. Gives the ball off to his running back, who is smothered in the middle. And a little gang tackle by the Belgian defense. Great to see that. I always love to see a gang tackle, because that really means that the whole defense is moving.
As a unit.
As a unit. Very important.
Yeah, the defensive line has been doing a great job.
They have been. And the offensive line from the Czech team, we have number 55, Miroslav Jakub Chimi, we have Rudolf Suchomel with the number 63, we have Lukas Puchalka with number 68, Matthias Hajek with the number 71, and Wojtek Kruszki with the number 73. Those are your offensive linemen for the Czech team. Now we look again. They got the ball to number 12. He is able to get a few yards, Vaclav Bartosz, but not going to get very, very far. So this is going to be a 3rd down and 6. What are you thinking for here?
I'm thinking 3rd down and 6. The running game has not been going great, especially through the middle. The passing game has been extraordinary for the Czech team.
They have been great.
So that is what I would do. But I am a commentator and not a coach for obvious reasons.
Otherwise, we'd be on the side of the field, of course. But we prefer to be here. It's a little fresher.
A little less pressure as well.
A little less pressure as well. I wouldn't know. I would say that, but
no, these are some young men, and giving them good team to work within is very important, as we see a pass.
Yeah, Feranic is looking around, finds some room on the left side to roll. He's going to get met by number 45. That is Jure de Smet again, who did a great play on the QB. Mael Ikolo was joining him in the tackle, and that was a great stop. That was a 3rd down and 6 yards, and now it looks like it's going to be a 4th and about 12.
Yeah, you love to see a game where we have some turnover on downs. You maybe have a punter once in a while, not touchdowns all the time. We have seen 2 touchdowns. This is really shaping up to be a gorgeous day of football.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. Right now we're going to return the punt. We got number 29, Calvin Savage, who is ready in the backfield for the Belgians. The punter will be the same as their kicker, which is Jan Vernata from the Prague Black Panthers, who has been doing a bit of everything today. Punts it away. It's a little short. You have to be careful that it doesn't fall on your back. Ooh, it takes a great check bounce. And it's actually going to roll all the way down to the 31. That wasn't a great punt, so he had a lot of luck on this one.
Yeah, punting is not easy.
It is not easy. It looks easy. I always thought that it looks very easy, but doing it yourself, it is not that. So we're going to see Boudon back on the gun. No changes at QB yet. Don't think it is necessary. It's still the start of the game. It's still a team that is learning. It's still a team that is coming together.
Let them gel for a bit.
Let them gel. Exactly. Let them gel for a bit. Give him some time. We're going to see what they're able to do here. The Czech defense has been stout. Of course, they have 0 points against them right now, but they also have been playing in some great plays. Their coverage down the field has been sublime.
Yeah, they've scored more points than they've gotten against, which is not normal for a defense.
Which is a great thing for a defense. If you're able to keep that up, then well, you're always going to win a game.
You always will.
Let's see here. The snap is going to go to Baron from the gun. Has two receivers to the left, to the right. And then we have motion for Kratos. He's going to go around the end. He's going to get some yardage. He's going to get some yardage. Good blocking down the field. He gets a first down. That was a play that developed slowly but steadily.
Yeah, and if ever a play develops slowly, it's really important that your offensive linemen do their job, and they did a great job over here.
Exactly. I feel like the first pressure was coming from the end, who cut in a little bit too quickly. So there was almost a great tackle for loss, but he managed to get a first down of it. And we're at the 2-minute warning, which means that there's about 2 minutes left in the half. So the Belgian team will have to do 54 yards in the next 2 minutes. Are they going to be able to do this? What do you think?
It's the details that make the difference in a game like this. Maybe one opening is enough. Oh, they're going quad formation again?
They're going quad formation again. Are we going to see the same play with the attempted screen? There's a little bit pressure on the left side. Safety is ready for it, though. There's also a linebacker looking this way, and looks like they're going forward. QB is under pressure, and he has to throw it away. A great defensive effort from Jan Benda from the D-line. And it looks like we have a QB shaken up. No, he gets up. He gets up. Okay.
Is that an intentional grounding penalty over there?
Yeah. Looks to be. Yeah, he was outside of the pocket. That ball didn't go back to the original line of scrimmage, so that will be an intentional grounding. He looks to be a bit shaken up right now as well. So we'll see if he's able to continue this game well. Of course, an intentional grounding will take them back to the place where he threw the ball. So this is going to be a second and about 20.
Would you maybe take a timeout here to give your QB some time to recover?
It would be an option, but I think they're going to save them for the next downs. It's only second down yet, so I think they believe themselves that either they're going to score on this play, on this drive, or they're going to be able to stop the Czech defense and maybe use their timeouts for this. But
yeah, maybe not trying to get the points before the half.
They will try to at least erase that 0 from the scoreboard, even if it's only with a 3. He's back from the gun. Tobias Peliconi next to him. He's going to get the snap, looks down the field again, throws it deep, and a little bit overthrown. Because 85, his favorite receiver thus far, Tristan Kreer, he really had a crease there.
Yeah, and he was behind all of the defensive backs and the safeties, so the road was wide open. But as I said, those minute details. This was a little bit overthrown. Yeah,
a little bit of the timing, which is not correct. And otherwise, I think he would have been gone for 6 minutes, for 6 points. Sorry, not 6 minutes, for 6 points. He couldn't run for 6 minutes because we're within the 2-minute warning. So he would have been gone.
Technically, you can.
You can. You can.
You've
but we're not
Madden.
gonna. I've played Madden. I've done that to you as well. All right. So we have Boudon back from the gun. Gets the snap. A lot of pressure coming. And he's not able to get that ball in. Quinten Brill is not able to receive it. So they're going to go to 4th down right now. And it looks like the punting unit is coming back out on the field.
Great you didn't take that timeout, as I suggested.
Yeah, right now they have all 3 timeouts left, I think, to use for the defense, to give them a little chance, maybe show them, look guys, we believe in you, we trust you, we're gonna get this ball back. Whilst we see that on the sideline, number 9, Gilles Baron, is getting a little bit of medical attention. There's a few guys around him. I don't know what he had in that last play, but we're gonna focus our back on the field. The punt, not a lot of pressure coming towards him, so he takes his time, punts it high, doesn't punt it very far, takes a good Belgian bounce and then drops dead at the 35. So we got 65 yards for the Czech team to do within about, let's say, a minute and a half. I think they will be on the clock.
I think it will be less.
Maybe even less, yeah, because they did took their time. Also, the punt. He really took his time to punt that ball. There was no pressure coming from the Czech team, which means that either the guys up front are doing a great job in protecting, which they were, and also that the Czech team is not really trying to force anything on this punt. It feels like they're really focusing on either getting a good return or just making sure that there's good coverage down the field.
As the head judge makes an announcement, there was a face mask.
Ooh, so they are going to have to retreat. about 10 yards, I would think. There's 15 yards actually. It's a 15-yard penalty, so they are going to start from their own 20. So 80 yards to go. That is going to be a challenge, I would say.
Yeah, but the Czech team has been stretching the team a bit more as of the late offensive plays that they have, the offensive snaps that they had. And they were pretty successful with it. So keep back, maybe. Make sure you have like a type of goalkeeper safety.
Yeah, they're going to have to be exactly with one man deep. It looks like it's going to be number 8 right now, Matthijs Meersman, who's going to do this. Also one of the Brussels players. He is a bit more down the field. He might give a bit more coverage behind because they can't risk a big play right now. They need to keep him to short ones. Feranic takes the ball itself, goes to the outside, gets under pressure, but smartly goes out of bounds to stop the clock and keep some more time on it.
Yeah, and the Belgium team was really back in coverage, and the QB saw it, tried to take some opportunity, maybe thought he could make a man miss and make something more of it. But all in all, like 6-yard gain on a first down.
Yeah, great play from him, but also great defense from the Belgian team behind. That was something that was worth to be noted, because if there's nobody open downfield, then you're not going to risk the throw.
No, and he was also out of bounds, stopping the play.
He was stopping the clock, so he has some more time. Yeah. He has some more time now, and they're going back to the Twins formation. So he has one running back next to him. He has 2 receivers wide on each side, and he's ready for the snap from the gun. Gets it now, looks down the field, quick pass to number 17, who has a few meters, and gets tackled out of bounds. Actually, they're going to keep the clock running. It looks like he's inbound, so they're going to keep the clock running. That was a great play by the defense to keep him only there. They do get a first down out of it, but they did tackle him inbounds, which at this moment, I think the Belgian team is trying to make sure that as much clock goes away as possible.
Yeah, there's a lovely bubble screen. Just get some yards, get the first down, get out of bounds. A great defensive effort to keep him in.
Exactly. The huddle by the Czech team, they might have to hurry up a bit because the clock is running. I think that we're getting close to or even under 1 minute. We don't have a clock here, my apologies for that. But they're getting back. So again with Twins, 2 receivers on each side. QB 1 receiver next to him. We have 40 seconds left on the clock, and the QB is going to run it himself. Feranic finds a little crease, but he gets tackled inbounds. So there was 40 seconds left before the previous play. And it looks like it's going down right now. It might be one of the last plays of the half, actually.
Yeah, the Czech team seems to be running it pretty safe. Not taking the big risk. Short bubble screen, 2 QB runs.
Yeah. And that might be halftime.
Yes, that it is.
That will be halftime. So the teams will both convene a bit, talk a bit, see what has to be better, see what has to be changed. The Czech team put up a great effort, put up 14 points already, but they're definitely not walking over the Belgian team, I would say.
Definitely not. This is a pretty even game with some details and making some decisions. I'm looking at the scoreboard. I'm seeing 0-14. I'm pretty sure both those scores will change in the second half. Maybe after this coffee.
Maybe after a little coffee that we're going to get. So we'll see you back in a few minutes for the rest of this game. Enjoy. And we're back for the second half of this game. Halftime score was 0-14 in the favor of Czechia, of the Czech Republic. And the kickoff goes all the way to the 10-yard line. He's starting the return there. There seems to be a little bit of space in front of him, but he goes too far to the outside and he gets leveled. So we're gonna start again at the 24-yard line, I would say.
Yeah, lovely kickoff over there. A lot of hang time, a lot of distance.
And they were able to cover quite well. I feel like he, for a second there, I thought he was going to be gone on the sideline, but they recovered quickly.
In all of the commotion and searching for my papers to start the second half, I missed the penalty that has been given.
Oh, and that is sadly the same for me, so I hope that you all saw it on the field and know what it is. Usually I think it's going to be a push in the back or an illegal block.
Something like that.
Most likely.
The professionality from the commentators really shines through here.
We're very good at our job. We're going to start from the 16-yard line for the Belgian team. Boudon still in the gun. Let's see if he can start the second half off hot. Gets a snap. There was a little bit of movement too early. There was a receiver coming in for a jet sweep, but I think there might have been a little bit of movement on the side of the line.
Yeah, some typical issues when starting again. Just get the rhythm back together. Make sure you're on the same timeline.
It's what we saw in the first half as well. The first few snaps of the offense were also a bit out of sync, but then they really started to gel together, and the penalties were going away. That was a positive one.
You must remember, these are players who are still young, still learning, have shown some great things on the field already, and also don't play together all that often.
No, not at all. I think they had about 4 practices on the Belgian side. I don't know about the Czech Republic, but so here we're going to go from the about the 10-yard line. This is going to be a challenge to get it away from there. Boudon looks to the left, and that pass is tipped by his own receiver with the number 29, Calvin Savage, but not able to get to it. Luckily, there was no defensive back right behind that.
That's always the danger in cases like that. No, he was in open space, which makes it all the less and all the more sad that he wasn't able to catch it.
So as I always say on the offensive side, if you're not catching it, nobody is. So make sure that it goes down. In this case, he was just a little bit of luck, or maybe a little bit of lack of coverage from the Czech Republic. But Boudon is going to take another snap. They have a tight end on the left side of the line. A receiver, 2 receivers on the right, 1 receiver wide out on the left. He gets ready, gets a snap in his hands, looks to the right side, finds his favorite target once again with number 85, that is Tristan Creteur, and he was struggling, he was still going for it, but a great gang tackle by about 4 or 5 from the Czech team, and able to bring him down quickly.
Just refusing to go down.
Refusing to get out. It's a beast mentality that you really want to see in these players.
Yes.
So Boudon waiting for the next call. Czech defense is getting back in place.
3rd and 12?
That could be that they lost. Yeah, because they had the first and the 20, I think. Yeah, they had the penalty at the start, so they did manage to get some yards back. They're gonna need a big pass play here, I would assume, after from what we've seen from his offense, to make sure that they get the first down again. So I don't think you want to punt from that position. You're pretty ass against the end zone.
The Czech defense are rotating a bit.
They're showing a bit of pressure. There's 6 guys ready to rush, 5 only do. There's 1 open blitzer, but he doesn't get there on time, and the pass does not connect. There was 2 players there. There were Filip Martinek and Hubert Kvacek, my apologies, Kvacek, who were ready to try and make the interception, but sadly neither of them could. So we're seeing the punting team go out, but this is gonna be a risky punt, I would say, or like a punt that's going to be challenging for the punter, because he is going to start at about his end zone. So he's got about 3 yards between him and the end zone. It's going to take a lot of courage. Maybe the Czech team will rush in this case, because we haven't really seen them do that all that often.
Indeed.
And still they don't. There's a good pressure up front. A very nice punt, gets all the way to the 50, takes a favorable bounce, goes down at the 40, and he's able to escape 1 tackle, escape 2, escape 3, and gets brought down by the 4th. A great tackle by number 38, Alexander Deviers from the Mustangs, who is able to jump on top and make sure that he doesn't get any further than this. And it looks like we're going to need a little bit of medical attention for the returner. That is with number 81, I think that's Jan Vrnjata. He has been playing a great game this far, but I think he might have hit his head a bit on the ground when he was being brought down.
He's very much a standout guy for the Czech Republic team, but he seems to be all right. He seems up quite easily.
Let's hope he
escorted.
didn't. Yeah, let's hope he didn't hit his head or hit his head at least too hard, so there wouldn't be any risk of a bigger injury. Of course, let's hope it was just a little moment of being shaken up, and we hope to see him back in the game. Very swiftly.
He's doing a little jog, which is always a good sign.
Always a great sign. All we're missing is a little thumbs up, but we'll take the jog. All right, so the offense is getting back out there, and it looks like we have number 3, Matthias Billy, back in the gun. Last time we saw this, I think they actually ran with it to the right side. So let's see if they do the same.
I seem to remember that as well.
So they do the same thing. This time he goes to the inside, gets a little bit of grease, and gets brought down hard by number 18. That was Obi Vervoort, who was playing a great game on defense.
Again, very much a great game from the defensive line in its totality, because as a nose tackle,
I'm an inside defensive player.
How important it is to be on the same line, as to say. and to close your gaps, make sure you have your gap. Everybody does his job, and everybody was doing his job over there, resulting in no gain.
Exactly. On the defensive line right now, we have Florian Islamash, we have Adnan Daras, Steve Chamu, and Mayal Ikolo. Players who have been really holding down the fort for the Belgian defense. And back to the quarterback. He gets a snap, passes it, a little bobble, but he gets away, gets a crease to the outside. And he manages to get about 10 yards. Is this going to be a first down or is it going to be close? Ooh, yes, yes, yes. 13 yards on the reception. I think that was number 38, so that would have to be Premisl Pekara, who made a great play.
Some great concentration there, because once the ball starts bobbling in your hand, it's always a scary moment for a receiver.
Yeah, you're so susceptible to getting a big hit or a fumble.
Yeah, but he was able to stay with it. And as we said before, in the first half, if you don't give up, you never know what you're going to get. And in this case, 12 yards.
12 yards, great play in the end. We see that Firanic is back in the gun as the running back next to him. See what he's gonna do. He's looking for the pressure, doesn't see any coming right away. Now he's gonna get pressured. Little swing pass to the outside, and that is again Obi Vervoort with a great tackle.
Some lovely tackling over there. That's what you like to see.
Great technique, great technique. Otherwise he might have been on the way to being gone, Oliver Klimja from the Czech team, but he got stopped by Obi Vervoort. He's playing an outstanding game.
These guys, for being this young, they have been great at tackling. Definitely. Which was always the part I was worst at. I was better at getting tackled.
Getting tackled is not that hard, of course, but tackling itself is not an easy thing. And you really see that the coaching, not only from the national team, but also from the junior level, from their domestic teams, from wherever they're playing right now, it's being taught in a good way, which is very promising.
Yeah, but I really want to shout out to Czech QB, because he's doing an amazing job getting the ball in the hands of the receivers and letting them do their thing. Some short passes, some long passes, all of them great.
Amos Ferranic is doing a great job. Now he's looking to the right, passes, sees number 5 open. He's going to get a crease, he's going to go through the middle of the field. And is that Vervoort again? That is 35. Not Vervoort this time. No, that is number 15. So this time it was Tao Trasher who is making a great recovery on that play and is making sure that he doesn't get any more yards. So we still have a 3rd down and 5. You going to the pass here or to the run? Because they have been very effective with the pass.
They have been. The short passes really makes this team tick. The screens, the little bubbles, the little slants. If I'm counting correct, I have a completion percentage of 75%, which is unheard of in this level.
That is great. That means that he really knows what he's doing. The timing is correct as well. You can see that the receivers they're ready for that pass.
Everybody knows what they have to do.
From the gun, looking to the right, quick pass to the right. Number 5 again. He's looking to crease in the middle and he gets stopped there. So that is a good recovery, a good catch from Otakar Hlajek, and he is able to make some yards on it, and that's gonna be, most importantly, a fresh set of downs. I don't think I've seen number 81 back in the field yet. The one
there he is. He just comes on. Yeah.
He just coming on, perfect. So that's a good sign. It's always a great sign. You love to see it.
You have some great predicting abilities.
I know, years of experience, of course. No. Kidding. But no, it's been the Czech team has really been on a roll because they started this drive, if I'm remembering correctly, like the 30-yard line, so they have been moving up quite swiftly. And also, what I've noticed is that they're playing very clean. I've barely seen any penalties from the Czech team.
I haven't written anyone down.
I've
just
had
one face mask.
One face mask and one sportsman, but it's a great one. QB fakes it to the run, starts to run to the outside, and then he's going to get dragged.
Oh, it's a fumble! Is that a fumble?
It's a fumble! It looks to be a fumble. It looks to be recovered by number 79. Is that indeed a fumble and recovery? That is Adnan Daras coming up with a fumble. A great play. I think it was first Tao Trasher who was there to make the tackle and knock that ball loose. And then we had Adnan Daras jumping on it as quickly as possible. So a little mistake from the Czech offense.
Yeah, but fumbles are really the most exciting play in football.
They really are. You never know what's going to happen after that.
The free-for-all is just amazing. It was some great... We've been talking about how great the tackling has been, and this is another example of that.
It's not only to focus on the body, but look at his hands as well. Make sure that if he is a little loose with that ball, just slap it out of there. And a great, great recovery and good job to jump on it by Adnan Daras. He could have maybe picked it up and ran with it, but I think he made the correct choice.
This is the most important part. Get a hold of the ball.
Get down. So, Boudon gets pressure right away from the number 99, then passes out to the right and is a little bit off of Kritur. That was great pressure coming through from Matej Rastoshny. He was flying out of there like a bullet out of a gun. He was going. So, again, the offensive line of the Barbarians has been doing a good job, but every once in a while there's a little crease and there's somebody going through it. So, they need to stop that to give Jules some time.
Yeah, but I also think a lot of passes haven't been arriving. So maybe I would turn to the run game a bit more. We have seen some great potential in the run game.
Yeah.
The coach also said before the match to us, our run game is going to be important.
Yep.
So
Yeah, he said that there's a lot of new receivers on this team. He said the last games they played, there's a lot of guys who turned 19 then, I think, who were not allowed to play for this team anymore. Now a little blitz pickup being shown. Is number 1 going to come blitz in? No, he's going to fake it. So Buron gets the snap, throws it to the right, under pressure again, back to Kritte. Ooh, he's going to get jumped from behind and only going to get about 3-4 yards, I would say.
half a yard.
Ooh, half yard even. I thought, no, it looks like they're going to move it up. There's going to be 3-4 yards for the ball. So, that is, oh, it's only half a yard. Ooh, I'm looking at the wrong part of the field. So, half a yard. 3rd down and 9.
Now this is obvious passing situation.
No, it's not his pass situation. I think they really need to use those offensive linemen, really need to get them together and say, look, guys, this is the moment. This is where you need to block. This is the big play. This could change the whole second half if they're able to come away with a first down here.
As we say in Belgium, throw your head in front of it.
It's not the best way to tackle, but it's a good way to play. So, Buron, again, under pressure. Ooh, number 2. That was Andre Java, who was running through that. He was going to get blitz picked up by the running back, but in the end, he was able to escape him and tried to run for the pass. He almost tipped it as well. He could have even tipped it to himself, but he was able to just disrupt the play enough to make sure that the Belgian team wouldn't make any yards, and it looks like they're going to punt it on 4th and 9.
Which is crucial, which is what you have to do as a defensive line, as guys who's getting pressure. Just disrupt the play, make sure it can't go according to plan, and then results will follow.
Exactly, Andre Java from the Ústí nad Labem Blades in Czechia. Now, it's a good punt, it has a lot of hang time, and the team is right there. What a great coverage. That was Tao Thrasher again, number 15. He did a great play. That punt was perfect.
Yeah, there was a lot of hang time, a lot of time for the coverage to get there. And as soon as it was caught, he was immediately tackled. That's what you want from your punt. There was distance, there was hang time, there was great coverage over there. People were able to shake their blocks and just make them tackle.
Perfect timing as well. A little bit too early and you got a flag. A little bit too late and the guy is gone. Perfect timing. So that was a great play from the special teams. And the Czech are going to start at the 37.5, 38 yard line. So they have quite some distance to cover.
I would also say pretty good from the Czech receiver to hang on to the ball. Not easy in those kind of situations.
Definitely not easy. Definitely not easy. The Feranic. Oh, it's another QB. It's number 3 again. Throws it out to the outside. He makes a little move, but a great recovery by number 79. That was Adnan Daras, who just recovered a fumble on the previous play. And here we saw Matthias Billy again under the gun. So is he gonna? Did they make a little change on QB? Because I can see that Feranic is on the sideline still.
Yeah, these are the kinds of situations because those guys, they come all the way from Czech Republic. It is important to get everybody in the game to make sure their love for the sports grows because you never know when you need which player.
It is a long bus ride just to come play a football game, but I think that win or lose, it's going to be worth it for them. And now he's going to go from the Wildcat, so he's going to try and run through. He finds a little bit of crease on the side, but there's a lot of red jerseys there to try and stop him. He does get about 4 or 5 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and about 3. But he did make a lot of progress. So now, do we expect another run play? Because the offensive line of the Czech team has also been doing a great job.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that both the offensive and the defensive line do a great job. Mostly they compete.
They do compete, yeah.
They do compete, but you can see the great plays they both are making.
Yeah, if you're expecting if one of the units is shining, you're expecting the other one to play a less good game. But to be honest, right now, both offensive and defensive lines for guys of these ages, they're playing amazing. Another pass to the outside, and was that a little catch on the side? It seems to have been indeed. That was a great catch by Tadeusz Valentin. And they're able to move the chains for a first down. And they're going to start it at about their 50-yard line. What can Belgium's defense do against the offense that the Czech have been playing?
Well, they have been throwing a lot of short passes. So I would say maybe press the line a bit more. Make sure they don't have the time to get the release, to get that rhythm in the routes they are running.
Try to jam the receivers a bit.
Yeah, trying to jam them a bit. But it's also quite risky because if they are able to shake you in that, you're completely lost.
You're dusted. It does feel like it's in the game plan a bit to try and not allow big passes, which has been working except for that one drive in the first half. They have been doing a great job, but there's a
lovely
pressure coming.
Oh, still
but he
able
lost
to get
his
it out.
man and he slipped. He was going to get about 3 extra yards out of this, but he still managed to get 6 yards on the first down, so 2nd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, from my perspective, I saw the pressure coming to the quarterback, and he was able to do a quick read, get it out there fast, make sure it was accurate. Some lovely play.
Good play. And now Fedornic is going back in again. He's going to take over at QB, I would assume. Whilst the defense is also making a little change, bringing in a fresh lineman, that it will be Ilan Tosman, who is going to come into the left end of the defensive line. Let's see what the Czech are able to cook up here. Fedornic back in the game.
Trips to the right.
So right, only one receiver to the left. Looks to the right side, sees a free guy there. He's a little bit of coverage, and there is a flag that came in quite late at the line of scrimmage. But first off, the tackle was made by number 45. That again was Jorre de Smet, the one who made the interception early in the game. But first, we're gonna have to analyze what this penalty was, because it did fall back where the QB was.
Yeah, but I just want to focus on just the zone defense that the Belgians are playing. And the Czech Republic has been able to find those little soft spots which make its zone defense so vulnerable from time to time. They just get to the spot where there's some space, they get a great accurate pass there, and they turn upfield.
Yeah, the Belgian defense seems to be playing a lot of zone, and it has been working on those long passes, but on the short passes they have been quite vulnerable. So do you think they need to change something in this? Do they need to go with more man coverage, or are they good as they are right now, according to you?
They are playing a fine game. They're not allowing the big plays, and they're getting stops now and then. There's a fumble. There has been an interception.
Yep.
The more plays the offense make to get to the other side, the more chances you have for an interception, for a fumble, for something to go wrong there.
Yeah, exactly. That looks to be a holding penalty. I didn't see the call itself, but
I think it was.
Yeah, that was a holding penalty, so they're going to go back 10 yards. And they are going to go to 2nd down. Ooh, actually, that looks to be 15 yards.
Yeah, so holding.
So not a holding. Not a holding is 10 yards. So that is going to be a personal foul, most likely. So that's going to be either a block, an illegal block. That's going to be a face mask. It's going to be one of these penalties. But the Czech team did put themselves in quite a lot of problems here, because now they have 2nd and 20 instead of 3rd and maybe 4.
Yeah, but they have been able to move the ball, maybe get it a bit closer, make the 3rd down manageable. We'll see what happens.
Twins for the QB. Fedornic gets the ball, looks to the right side, breaking through. There was a little bit of an attempted screen, but this time was unable to complete it. And is that the same player down again? Was that number 81? That seems to be number 81 again. That's Jan Vnata, who's been playing a great game. But he's already had to be helped medically twice, so I'm not sure if we're gonna see him again for the rest of this one.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
You really do. You really do. So now a little strange on receiver again for the offense. Let's see who they're bringing out this time. Fedornic is gonna go back under the gun. Little switch in the defense as well. Seems to be that they are playing still with a front 4 with 3 linebackers behind them.
So now it's 3rd down.
I feel like there's 12 people on the field. Okay, good. They noticed it as well, because there was 12 people on the field, so 79 comes out. And then Daras, who's been playing great, who's been a few tackles, sacks, a fumble recovery. And let's see if the defensive ends are able to put some pressure on it. Safety, Matthijs Mishman, also fell down very low. He's now on the line, and he's escaping to the left. The contain was missed there. He has some time to look. Looks upfield, doesn't see anybody, and runs it out of bounds, but gains about 5 yards.
That play made me think a bit about Mahomes. Just seeing the pressure coming, escape out of the pocket, pointing down where the open space is, really keeping the communication, keeping your eyes upfield. In the end, there was nothing there. Some great coverage from the Belgian team.
Smart decision that he made by running it out.
You gained a couple of yards. It's
Exactly.
4th down. Punt it away. That's fine.
It's 4th down, so we got 4th and about 14 yards to go. They're not going to take the risk here. They're just going to kick it away. Does the Belgian team bring pressure or not? They have been trying to get to that punter whenever they had the chance, but are they able to get there? 3 men behind, a bit of a slow punt. They really don't try to put pressure on. They're going for the return. So then we see number 0. That's going to be Josef Kresati, who is going to get a little crease, but he's going to get brought down. And a great coverage by Artur Hovorka. What a play by him.
You see the stiff arm coming from the from the receiver of the ball, but the defender was not allowing and just holding him, keeping into place, make sure. Oh, and there seems to be a medical emergency.
We do have Josef Cresati, the returner, who is down. I think he must have fallen on an awkward way after that tackle. Great tackle, but he must have fallen down in an awkward way, and now he needs to be tended to for a little second. So this is gonna probably delay the game for a few. No, he's gonna jump up. He's good. He saw the medical staff coming and he said, "Oh no, I'm good enough. I can jump back up and I'm gonna keep going and play the sport that I love." Great enthusiasm.
Yeah.
A little applause from the sideline. There is quite a few people who came out here today. I think there's about more than 200. It's just great to see the people supporting the youth. There's a lot of families, teammates, coaches that all came to support their team players, their colleagues, their friends, their family, and it's a beautiful thing to see. The weather couldn't be better for today either. I do feel a bit bad for a cameraman on the roof, but it looks like the rest of the people are very much enjoying. Right now we have 2 minutes left in the third quarter, so we're almost going to get to the fourth. So
this game has been flying by.
It has been flying. There's been a lot of completions, which is a beautiful thing. There hasn't been a lot of runs, except for now through the middle, and Ashley found a crease. He found about 7 yards, and then he got brought down ferociously by number 4, Yashim Flash. That was a great tackle from the safety, and he did seem to have a little bit of space. Otherwise, that would have been dangerous. But it has been flying by because there's been a lot of completions. There's been a lot of positive plays, and this is what keeps the game going. It's a good rhythm. That's true.
Good rhythm. It's a good rhythm. It's a great game. Let's see if they can continue to build on this momentum of this great run. I think it was a 6-yard gain.
Yep.
So 2nd and 4. Manageable.
I wouldn't mind some overtime. I'm really having fun doing this. So as long as the voices keep up, we can keep going. A little screen attempted, but that doesn't seem to be a completed pass. A little off between Jules Bourron and number 29, Calvin Savage, who has been everywhere on the field today. So they're going to sub in number 28 and a new O-lineman to try and buff up a little bit that O-line. Let's see if they're able to make a little bit more of a hassle for the Czech D-line, who has been, even though the Belgian team has been playing well, the Czech D-line has been doing a great job on getting to the QB.
Yeah, they seem to be buffing up the O-line a bit indeed. I don't know if the Czech coaches noticed it, make some changes. No, they don't seem to appear have still the 4-man front. But the linebackers are quite close to the line. They are expecting run.
This seems to be like it's going to be a pass in my eyes, though. And it is going to be a pass, and it's to the outside. Ooh, number 16, Emmanuel Safikani, is not able to hang on to that ball. The Austin Pirates player was unable to make the play and unable to grab the first down. So now we're going to get to a 4th, but it is only a 4th and 4. So do they risk it? It seems like they're bringing on the punting unit. This could be a time for a fake, though. I don't want to jinx anything, but this could be the time for a fake.
We have some trickeries. Have seen some trickery from the Belgian team before.
The first play was already the QB on the lineup as a wideout. I think they were trying to take advantage of the Czech team, maybe not knowing who the starter was going to be.
That's a smart move.
Yeah, it was a good play in that case. So now it's going to go back. It looks like it's going to be a punt, and it is again a high kick, goes down to the 35, takes a favorable bounce, and the Belgian team is there. And they stop it. Jure de Smet grabs the ball at the 28-yard line to make it stop right there. They said that's enough.
I think it's a smart move to stay away from them. As soon as it's bouncing in that weird shape that the ball has, just a little grace of your knee is enough to make it recoverable for the Belgian team.
It makes it live, and then you can have trouble.
You can have trouble. So this was a great move, recognizing, okay, I'm not going to get any yards out of it. The ball has been bouncing awkwardly. I'm just going to stay with it. We know what we got here. We know our offense can gain some yards. Why not start from here?
Exactly. Don't take the risk. A very high IQ play by the returner there. And it's always love to see it, especially at this age. You love to see those guys already be so football smart. It's a great thing.
They're playing a lot of Madden.
They must be playing a lot of Madden. Maybe they brought one on the bus because they had plenty of time to do it there. Now we see Ferenc back under as QB. He has two running backs next to him, 2 receivers on the right, Simple on the left. He's going to take the run to the inside, and is he going to be met there? He is going to be met at the line of scrimmage. A gang tackle by a big effort from the Czech team to try and gain some yards, and it ends up being a 2nd and, let's say, 8.
Again, a great defensive line job.
Exactly. They're playing great as a unit. I mean, we have seen Adnan Daras make a few plays solo and a little bit of a more pressure in the backfield, but they have, and also, of course, Mayeli Kolo started the game off very hot, but they have been playing great as a unit in general. They really have been working together and making sure that to close the A and the B gap and the C gap, they make sure that everything is there, everything is covered, and nobody's coming through that middle, because they haven't been, the Czech haven't been successful in trioing to the middle this far. 2nd and 8. And we see Amos Firanesh back, passes it out to the right, finds a receiver there. Ooh, he has some space and he is going to get the first down. A great route by Otakar Lajek, and he is able to run for it and get some yards back. This is going to be a new first.
Again, the little bubble screen, which is so effective against a zone.
They really haven't, I think they have to press a little bit more on the corners. They have been taking advantage of the space that there is between the receiver and the corner before the snap, and they have been using this. It looks like we're already going to the 4th quarter. So that has been flying by the 3rd quarter. Again, a lot of completed passes, a lot of staying in bounds when you had the ball, so the time is going to fly by quickly. Start of the 4th quarter. What do you think is possible? What do you think we can still expect from the Belgian team, knowing that the Czech really have been rolling on the offense?
You see, how many minutes does it take to score a touchdown?
It could take 2 seconds.
And there are 15 minutes left.
Maybe 12.
12 minutes?
I'm not sure if it's 12. I think it's 12, but let's say
12 minutes left.
There's a quarter left.
There's a quarter left.
There's
So
plenty of time, so you can score 100 touchdowns if you would have to, but let's say that there's still a possibility. Ooh, the referees are getting hot and going for a little drink of water as well. Understandable. It has, and it is still is a scorcher today. Well, Belgian terms at least. We're not really used to nice weather. It's been raining for the last 4 months, so a little bit of sun is doing as well.
So I'm very happy that we're in like a forest kind of environment.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It makes
Even
it
look
beautiful.
around. Look around you. You can see the trees everywhere. You can see that we are in the middle of the green heart of outside of Brussels, and it's a beautiful setting. I mean, the field is great. It's just a great environment to be in. It's so enjoyable to be in such a green area.
But don't underestimate the effect that it has on the temperature as well.
Most likely, it's keeping it cooler.
It's keeping it a lot
If you're
cooler.
playing this game in the middle, in the center of the city, where it would be spurting right now.
Where the Brussels Black Angels play, for example.
The Brussels Black Angels, the Brussels Tigers as well. It's much more populated areas. It's much busier. Here we really have the Forêt de Soignes, as they call it in French, or the Zonienwoud in Flemish. It's a beautiful place to come for a walk, to come enjoy the day, especially on a sunny day like today. But right now, we don't care about the walk. We don't care about the mushrooms or the beautiful trees. We care about the perfect, beautiful game in front of us. So Firanesh is back. 2 running backs to his right side. On the right, with number 12, he has Vaclav Bartosz. On the other side, I can't see the number right now, but he has another one. On the gun, gets the snap, a little bit of pressure from the left, tries to go through the inside, but gets met right away by number 50, Lantosman. And then there is the rest of that line, as you've been saying, who just jump on and make sure that they are a unit.
But I do want to point out in this case specifically that we saw it again, that the running back was just keeping his feet moving. Not go down on first contact, just keep focus.
Keep
forward
running.
is the only way.
Exactly. So now Firanesh is back. It's number 24 on the other side. So he has on the one side, on the other side he has Matej Vlacek. Looks around, looking if there's pressure coming. There looks to be a little bit of pressure coming. We got 2 linebackers showing blitz. Only one is coming. Passes to the left, a little screen again. Breaks through the first tackle and then gets stopped by Jore de Smet from the Isigem Tribes Youth Academy, making a great play to make sure that he can get some few yards, but not the first down.
Which is essential, you know. This game is all about not letting them get the first down.
No, just make him, give him 2, give him 3, don't give him 10. Little huddle again. Defense is getting ready to set up as well. A little bit of communication, making sure everybody knows who they need to get, because this could be a crucial one. If they can get the first down here, we're already in the 4th quarter. They could keep pushing and keep pushing some more time as well. I mean, time is going to be of the essence in a little bit, so we need some Belgian defense right now to step up to make sure that they don't get the first here, and then we need the offense to find their rhythm. They have shown some potential, but let's see if they can make it to the end zone. Firanesh back, looks to the right, heaves it down the field. Ooh! And a little miscommunication. He had 2 receivers there. He had number 17, Tadeusz Valenta, and he also had number 38 with Premizel Pekara, who were both in the vicinity to make that play, but I think they were both going to the inside and the ball was just sailing a little bit to the right.
I do want to point out there that the coverage from number 3 from Belgium, you have the names with you.
Great, of course. Number 3 is Noah Alosri.
Noah was really smart, and as soon as he realized that the ball was uncatchable, throwing his hands up, making sure he did not commit any fouls, staying in the area. Very smart move.
A great play to not make to make a defensive pass interference. So now we see the punt goes back to 7. Oh, he muffed it, and that looks like number 7 jumped on top of it from here. Let's see what the referees say, but that does look like underneath of that pile of people. It's number 7 who gets away with it. A great play by Artur Vorka. He really jumped on it. The Prague Black Panthers defensive back was able to jump on that ball as soon as Calvin Savage touched the ball. He jumped on it and he gives his team new life. And this is a first down from the 23-yard line. Only 23 yards to go. This could be a dangerous one for the Belgian team.
Yeah, some great recognition there, knowing that the ball is live as soon as it's touched a Belgian player and just diving for it.
Great to hang on it as well. It was a little meat pile forming, and it's not easy to be on the bottom of that and still keep control of the ball. So we do see Feranac back under center, in the gun. Sorry, not under center. There he hasn't been yet, but in the gun. Still the 2 running backs to his side, and decides to take it himself this time. Oh, that looks like he's going for quite a few yards. I thought I saw a little holding on against number 50 from the Belgian team, but that could be a bit biased.
I have all the trust in the referees, but I thought I noticed that as well.
Yeah, that looked like a little bit of a... Of course, we were looking straight in the direction because the QB was behind him, but...
we have some great vantage points. We offered the referees a seat next to us, but
they didn't want to.
They didn't want to.
No, they said that it's too cold in here. They enjoyed the sun a bit today. So... Second down, 4 yards to go. They're starting at about the 16-yard line, so not that far to go. This could be one pass and a touch for the Czech team. The cheerleaders keep trying to sweep up the crowd to come with them to keep the defense alive. And now it's gonna be the number 3 again, who's looking for a little bit of space on the outside. Gonna find nothing and goes back to the original first down. Ooh, and there is some trash talking. There is some pointing down the field. And the penalty flag has been thrown. So this, it could go either way. I don't know who started it. I don't know who finished it. But there was some let's say, less than nice conversation going on there. So we'll see what way it's going to go.
Yeah, you really saw, though, that the defensive line plugged all the holes.
They did. And at the end, we had Matthias Billy, who was trying to run to the outside. He seems to be the QB they used today as more of the running threat. And
the dual threat, I would say. He has made some
nice passes as well, but like the dual threat. And he was looking for a crease. He was looking, and he thought that at a certain point he was able to fake to the inside just enough to get the defensive end to commit. But no way, the Belgian team was all on top of that. Right now, we're mostly waiting on the decision of the referees to see who this penalty is going against, because that was a second down. This could have been a 3rd and 10. This might as well be a 1st and 10 from the 1st and goal.
First and goal. Yeah. No, it's half the distance to go, right?
They're starting at the 16, so it could be a 1st and goal from the 8. Or they could call it a 5-yard. I don't know. We'll have to see what they say, but it looks like it was going to be a personal foul. And I see a referee going over to the Czech side to discuss it, which means that it will be in their advantage. There's an unsportsmanlike conduct as well.
There was a face mask call as
well. Face mask and a personal foul, and it's going to be half the distance to the goal. So normally the Czech team will now start their drive or their next play at the 8-yard line, I would say. And then there was they are counting both penalties apparently. So they're going to go half and then half again. So they will start the 4-yard line. This could be a situation where we do see Matthias Billy in the game, and we do indeed.
It's make or break time here.
If the defense from the Barbarians is able to keep them there now, it would be a great thing for them. Great for this crowd as well. Get the people back into the game completely. We do hear the encouragements going around from everywhere. Matthias Billy, ready for the snap. Takes it. Is going to run with it through the middle. Nowhere to go. He gets denied. Tackled from the back. There was the Belgian Barbarian player that was laying on the ground there that must have been either slipped or trying to make a tackle and fell down, and it was just enough to make sure that Matthias Billy couldn't run through the front, and then the linebacker made a great play to hold him there.
I don't care what's happening to you, just make the play.
Just make the play, exactly. Just run over him. But these guys both teams have been really competitive today. They've been showing a lot of promise, and right now let's see if they're able to finish this drive. Still Matthias Billy. Defensive line. You see the defensive line there with 1 or 2 linebackers ready to help them out if there's an inside play. Matthias Billy is going to go through the middle again. Same play. This time he finds a crease and he gets to the half-a-yard line. Doesn't manage to punch it in. The referees from both sides came in. Both said it's about 1 or less than 1 yard to go. So we're going to have a third down. And let's call it inches to the goal line.
This is the time to show, to make a play on defense.
Money time for the D-line, money time to plug up that inside, because the last 2 plays we have seen Billy try to go run straight to the middle. So are they able to counter it even better this time? The first time they did it well, the second time they gave up about 3 yards, but let's see if the third down they can keep him away from there. But of course this is 4 down territory, to be 100% sure.
I throw a pass here.
Try to surprise him, that would be a good idea.
Pass.
We do still see Matthias Billy in the gun. And it looks like he's going to be ready to run. He has 2 tight ends on the right side, only 1 receiver wide. He's got 2 running backs with him who are going to make the space. So he's going to do the same thing, and he's going to find the crease. But there is a flag down on the far side of the field. The referee must have seen some movement, I think it was movement. So it's either going to be an offside, but I don't know what it is. Right now it's a touchdown being called, waiting for the flag for the confirmation. Referee is discussing in between them. What does the white cap say?
It's a false start.
Illegal formation.
Illegal formation.
We had 1 too many men in the backfield. Somebody wasn't lined up correctly. So that's going to be 5 men in the backfield. I think one of the tight ends was not where he was supposed to be. And just tried to take the risk a little bit too much. Tried to get out a little bit far. And it ended up resulting in a penalty and a negated touchdown. The score will remain 14-0. It will still be third down, but they will have 6 yards to go after being just inches away.
It's always a bit demoralizing, going backwards.
It always is. Right now it's up to the defense to say, look, okay, thank you for that. Now we're going to stop you down. Could they try a pass here? Matthias Billy is still in the game. By his sides, he still has the same running backs. He still has Václav Bartoš. Are they going to try and make the crease for him again so that he can try to run through it? Or are we going to see a different outcome here? Same thing, and the defensive line gets through. First, second, and the third time they get them down. Great play by Adnan Daras, the original one to put the pressure. Got helped out by Jordi de Smet in the backfield, and then he got brought down. A loss of 3 yards, 4th and 9, and for the Czech team, that's got to be demoralizing. You started at a foot away, and now you're there.
Yeah, but if you can punch it in here.
Oh, it's going to be a great moment for them. Yeah. Now it's up to the defense. We've already said this a few times, make or break time, but this is it. They've been holding them back. They've been making sure that they aren't getting into that end zone. They got away with that 1 penalty, but now is the time to say, look, we're here. We're going to give our offense a chance. We do believe in them. Our offense is going to march down the field, and right now it's up to us to give them that chance. So we still see Matthias Billy from the gun. Is he able to make a better play now? Is he going to hand it off? Is he going to run it himself again? He has Matej Vlecek and he has Václav Bartoš to his side. 2 wide on the left side. Ooh,
there's some movement.
That is going to be another penalty. I don't know if the defensive player...
I think it's delay of game.
Delay of game? It could be a possibility. But I think no, they're pointing to the players.
Oh.
Ooh, it's going to be either a neutral zone encroachment. Delay of game, and you called it. Congratulations.
Don't ever doubt me again.
Good catch. Delay of game. So this shouldn't happen for the Czech team. We're moving back 5 yards now. You started at 3rd. And I want to say a foot, but it's maybe a little bit overshooting of the distance that they had to do. So you started at 4th and 3rd and very much inches to being all the way back to 4th and 14 to the goal line. This is, once again, it was also... great play from the defense. They showed a little bit of blitz. They showed a little bit of everything. The QB was still reading his time and didn't have time to watch it. So they're going to go for the field goal instead.
Take the points.
Smart move. Up 14. We're already in the 4th quarter. Are they going to be able to complete it? Good snap. Good hold. It is no good. Wide to the left. It must have been close. I barely saw it, but it was close. The defense of the Barbarians comes up big. They stop them at the goal line, and they managed to give their team a pretty decent field position as well. They're going to start from about the 20.
Yeah, seeing how the situation was going, how close they were, how they were knocking on the front door.
It's a great move from them to keep him there.
Yeah, you keep your chances alive in the game, really.
14 points, 2 touchdowns. Can go very quickly. Add 1 2-point conversion to it instead of a field goal, and you're up. So let's see what they're able to produce now. A little bit of confusion in the huddle. I think there's one too many men there. He gets out, substitutes out right on time before getting the penalty. But it looks like you're going to have to hurry up soon because the time is ticking. So they're getting sets. I think they have to go a little bit quickly. Referee's hand is up, which means that the play only has about 10 seconds left. The hurry up is coming soon. Bourron scouring the defense, switches it, running back from side. Looks at what's happening in front of him. They're showing one linebacker blitz, one linebacker's coming. 5 against 5. Gets help from the running back. Completes the pass. Ooh, a little one-handed snack by Tristan Creter, his favorite target of the day. And he is able to get about 6 yards to get down to the 24. 2nd and 4.
Yeah, he saw some space, escaped to it, looked at what his running options are. They weren't many, so he dumps it off. He passes it off to his man who was most open, who was able to make the most of it.
And then a great block as well by the running back. I think it was number 29, Calvin Savage, who was doing a great job at making sure that the QB had his time. He escaped that pressure. Now, another blitz coming. One linebacker rushing. Gets it away on time. Gets back to Kreter. Gets the first down and then stumbles forward for another 3. So that is going to be a first down for the Belgian Barbarians. They are going to be able to move the chains, and they're going to try and get this quest for those first points of the day going.
Yeah, they seem to have gotten in a groove a bit more. 2 completions in a row.
They have.
Can they build on it?
Let's see if Bourron also is able to find some other targets. We've seen a lot of Creter today, but there's a lot of receivers out on that field that should be able to make that catch. He's empty in the backfield though. Got 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Gets the snap. Good pressure by the Czech. Ooh, and that ball was a little miscommunicated. Josef Kresati was going straight forward, hoping for the seam, whilst his defensive back already saw that it was going to be a short pass because of the pressure once again coming from the D-line. So 2nd down and 10. See, they're able to make a little bit of a run here towards the end zone. They should, in my opinion, I'm just a humble commentator, but in my opinion, they need to try to get the run game a little bit more involved. There has been space to the outside. They have been doing a good job up front. So you need to really trust those guys and say, okay, have some fun. Go block him down the field. A little bit of blitz showing again. There's going to be one from the outside. He gets picked up by the running back. Bourron throws it deep to Creter. He is going to the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown Barbarians! Once again, Jules Bourron to Tristan Creter. He had enough time. He saw his man down the field, threw a great seam pass, and he was gone.
Well, that's what we said before. How many seconds does it take to score a touchdown? Not that many. Here we crossed like 60 yards over the field with a great pass, some great opening over there. This is the same pass that they already had in the first half. Then the timing was a little bit off. Now the timing is perfect. And you see all green grass in front of him. Nobody was going to catch him. Just up that seam route. Great route, great play, great execution. Love to see it.
Exactly. In the first half, they tried the same, and it was just a little bit overshot, but he was past his DB as well. So there was also a great opportunity of scoring then. Whilst we have a flag, I think that's going to be one too many in the huddle. That looks like it's 12 men on the field.
Yeah, 5 yards back for the PAT.
Which makes it a 7-yarder, 7 yards out from the end zone, so 17. Still doable. Let's see if they can manage to do it here. Looks like Bourron is going to be the holder, and Johan Guadi is going to be the kicker for this. He's also the punter. He's been doing some great work with that punting, so let's see if he can kick this one through to make it a 1-score game. It is already a 1-score game, but let's see if he can make it 7-14 instead of 6 to just give him that edge that they might need later in the game. Bourron with the hold. Good hold. And that seems to be through. It is indeed. So the total score will be 7-14 now. A touchdown by a beautiful pass. The favorite target. He's been looking for him all day. He did find him, and he was gone. That's the confidence that they needed.
Yeah, and this is really a challenge for the Czechian team right now, because they were so close on putting this game away with the 4th and inches just going on there. They got stopped. They missed the field goal. And now the touchdown against them. So how can they recover? Do you go onside here?
I wouldn't risk it yet. I mean, we'll just see what our defense did, what the Belgian defense did. Let's see if they can produce it again. Let's see give them some trust. Show these guys, look, we trust you. We know that you can stop them, and we believe that you will stop them. So I think that's what they were going for. They're just going to have a good clean kick. Noticeable in this game, though, it could have been a bigger difference. We do have 2 missed kicks by the Czech team. I think we had one on the first drive as well. So this could, if the Belgian team manages to score here on the next drive, if they manage to stop the Czech offense, it could be a big difference in this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them missed kicks though, because they were both quite far out.
They were both
the
quite
PAT
far,
was a little bit closer, but
yeah. The PAT he made, PAT he made. But
no, he missed it. I know he knew.
It's 14-7. It's PAT. It was a field goal that they missed. It was both from quite far away, so still, it were good kicks, just a little bit off. The first one was about 3 yards short. The second one was about, I'm going to say 5 centimeters to the left. A little difference, and it could have been a different score. But that is a great kick, which is going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. And the Czech offense will start at about the 25-yard line. Let's see what the Belgian defense can produce here.
Scoring at PAT really gave him some confidence, because that was a great kick.
That was a great kick. I haven't seen him kick one in the end zone today, and now he really, really did. So a little bit of confidence, a little bit of energy. The crowd is getting back into it. These 200-plus people, they're cheering, they're happy, they're enjoying the day. And if we can see a great drive from the defense here, I don't want to say it too early, but maybe a little interception. Give it again a go. Give it a little sack, a fumble. Make sure that you put the Czech team under pressure. We could see another big play coming. And on the other side for the Czech, it's really up to knowing where you are in the game, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, those short passes seem to have worked. They take a lot of time on the clock.
Exactly. They're short passes. They stay inside the field. Clock keeps running. So they might be aware of that. See if they're going to do this here. They do. A little catch. And then number 17 gets tackled after a pickup of about a few yards. That's Tadeusz Valenta, who is able to catch a few yards, and it looks like we have a man down, and that is a Belgian defender who is going to be a bit shaken up on the play. Always a beautiful sign. I love to see this, especially in the juniors. All the players taking a knee. It's not a sign of respect. It's not something we have to do. It's not something that is obligatory to do. It's just a normal. It's just a nice sign of respect, telling them, look, we're with you.
We don't see this in many other sports. And it's really one of the great things.
It's
about
a sport full of respect, exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of trash talking going on the field. We can't hear it. We know it. We may not be there. They may still be young guys, but they are fiery. They love to play this sport, and they are going to give it their all. And that comes with a little bit of trash talk, which is great. As long as it stays clean, as long as it stays perfectly within the rules, I do not mind that. So a little moment to convene for both teams. We do not have an idea of how much time is left on the clock, but I will take a little assumption and say about 7 minutes. Feels good to me.
I'm not a betting man. I would never.
It might be a little bit less indeed as well. We see that both teams are getting a bit together. It might be because of the injury timeout that they have a few seconds. I don't think anybody really used the timeout on this. So
no, it was a timeout from the referees, and one of the referees seems to also be getting some water. So they do deserve a drink.
They do deserve a drink. They may not look like they're running a lot of kilometers, but believe me, they are doing the game. They are there the whole time. So a little bit of a water break for both the players and the referees. We're in the 4th quarter. It is getting tiring because it has been looking like a very physical game, especially in the trenches.
It always is, but you know, sometimes you miss a bit of vigor, but these teams both have it. These teams both giving it their all, and that's what you love to see.
Exactly. They are both, I'm going to assume it, I don't know it, but I'm going to assume that they're all proud to represent their country as well. It's an honor that is this year. Like this time there's 46, there's not that many people, 45 excuse me, on the Belgian side. It's not that many people who have the chance to represent their country in the sport that they love. So they're going to give it their all every single time they touch the field. Let's see if they can now make a move on. We have Ferenec back in the field. Might be Ferenec as well. My apologies if I'm being playing this wrongly. From the gun, two receivers on both sides with twins and one running back next to him. A little bit of pressure showing from the number 32 from the Belgian side. They drop back in coverage. Number 82, 81, he's back in the field. And he's making a great play, escaping a few tackles. That once again is Jan Vnyata, who's been out of this game twice. but he keeps coming back.
Keeps going back, and this time he really stays in bounds, really milking that clock. You notice that the Czech team is not rushing anything at all.
No,
And starting their plays, playing smart.
Playing smart.
You have to do it.
That 81, Jan Renato, he's a cat with 9 lives, and he's keep coming back. My goodness. Getting back to the gun. They're really taking their time. They're waiting for the referee to say hurry up, so they know that almost all the time possibly usable is gone. A little bit of press coverage on the left side of the field. Patiently waiting for the snap, telling them where to, trying to redirect his offensive line to make sure they know where the blitz is coming from. And it is coming indeed. A little swing pass to the outside to the number 17, and this time he does go out of bounds. That is Tadeusz Valento, who's been taking up a much bigger role in the second half, who has been... Oh, and a timeout from the Belgian side. First starts timeout of the half. I'm not sure if they had to take that one. Maybe they want to revene, they want to talk a little bit between each other and see what's going on. But in my opinion, I think the clock stopped, so...
It is never a bad moment to get the heads together, to get in the right headspace, to make sure everybody's on the same line. I'd rather burn a timeout.
There we go.
My goodness. than give up a big play.
And I see that all the guys are refueling a bit with some water as well. It's also very important to stay hydrated. This has been a long drive from the Czech offense.
They are taking a lot of time off the clock, which is a smart move. You can't say it any otherwise.
But they have been... The physical strength of both these teams are being tested with this weather and this game. Let's see what they're doing now. There might be a little bit of replacements coming in on the defense. Maybe some other guys getting a look as well. We are down in the fourth quarter, but it is only a one-score game, so there is still a lot to play for here. This is a game that's going to decide who's going to help deciding what division you're going to go into in the next years in the European Championship and to have a chance at the title.
Don't forget that the score difference right now is a pick 6.
It is a pick 6 indeed.
It can make a huge difference.
Let's see. A little bit of movement on the defensive line. They're getting ready. Got a nose stack on the left side, a tackle and 3 technique on the right side. We see Frantek. He's getting the ball, fakes the handoff, passes out to the outside. Again, that little screen. Ooh, he gets met hard by number 8, Matthijs de Meersman. He really laid the blow. But again, they were able to get just those yards out of it. This looks like he got about 4 yards. 4 yards of play for the Czech team is a dream scenario right now.
Yeah, and I'm quite impressed with just the high completion percentage from the Czech team, because I was noting down all the completions, but I just ran out of ink.
He has been playing a great game today, Amos Ferranic. And his receivers they've been available for him, and they've caught the ball as well. They've been very steady hands. See what they're able to cook up here. Snap coming from under the shotgun. Takes his time. Looks about. Searches the defense. Looks for the support space. Finds the snap. Gets it. Looks quick to the right. Gets the completion on number 38. And it looks like that might be a first down. That was Premisl Pekara, who was able to get most likely the first down. Let's see where Forward Progress stopped it. Yeah, that's going to be a first down. That's going to move the chains. And that is a problem for the Barbarians.
Just those little short completions, 4 yards, as you said, is all you need. If you get it 3 times, it's a first down.
It may not be the most spectacular play from the Czech team right now, but it is efficient. They're taking up all the clock they can. We're getting close, I think, towards... we're getting close towards the 2 minutes warning. About 2 minutes ago in real time, there was 4 minutes left on the clock. So I'm guessing this has gone down to about 2:30. Assuming that, well, there hasn't been a lot of timeouts, there haven't been a lot of out-of-bounds plays, so the clock just keeps running, and that's going to be a problem for the Belgian team. Amos Ferranic, getting ready. Scours the defense, looks to the right, hands it off to the middle, and that is going to be about 3 yards that he gets. That is once again Adnan Daras, who is able to make the play, to make the tackle from behind, but not before the running back was able to get a few yards out of that play and just get that much closer towards the 2 minute warning and that much closer towards the end of the game with the 7-point lead that they have at the moment.
Yeah, some really hard-nosed running up there.
Yeah, there's 3 minutes 30 left in the game. So we'll have to see what they are able to do, because this drive has been taken at least 4 minutes from the clock. It has been taking a lot of time, and that is perfectly in the Czechs' advantage. Ferranic gets the snap, Gives it up back, and he gets tumbled down. I think he got his own O-lineman who got pushed into him.
I'm going to sound like it's soundboard, and because I'm repeating myself so often. But again, a great job from the defensive line. All the holes were plugged. There was some penetration there to make sure he got the tackle, get him to the ground efficiently. Don't give him any time to get his feet moving. Lovely, lovely defensive line play.
All right.
There's a timeout over here.
There is a timeout on the field indeed. The timeout looks to be, I'm going to say it's from the Belgian side. I didn't see a signal yet. Instead, unless if it was a referee timeout, but
I would not be able to say it. Didn't see it.
all right. So we're waiting now to see who signaled it. We have no idea. I think the Belgians up until now had 2 timeouts left, which could be enough. They still have the 2-minute warning, but they need to start making a stop soon. This is a 3rd down, 7 yards to go. If they can stop the Czech team here, this looks like it's going to be too far for a field goal. Is this 4th down territory for the Czech team? If they get like 1 or 2 yards out of this?
No, I think we punt would be safe in this kind of moment. You punt it high, not very far, but very high to make sure all your coverage is there, and to make the stop and push them back as far as possible. But why not go for the 1st down now?
Exactly. 3rd down is a perfect moment for it. He's got 2 receivers on both sides, twist formation, 1 running back to his side. And he's going to get the snap in about, they're taking the time. Oh, an offside. And he plays, and he completes it. What a blow for the Barbarians.
Oh, some great awareness over there.
What a blow for the Barbarians. Oh, it looks like they're calling it dead now.
It's encroachment?
It looks like they're... Ooh, that... Encroachment on the defense.
It is denied. Touchdown.
Declines. Touchdown for the Czech team. It started off with one of the players falling for the oldest trick in the book, the on-two. And it ended up with one of the receivers burning his defensive back to get the touchdown and to go ahead 20-7, close to the 2-minute warning.
But you have to admire the intelligence
You
of
really
the quarterback, just staying with it, knowing, okay, if they don't play with that, just take the shot downfield. If nothing else, it comes back and you gain 5 yards.
Exactly. As long as the referee hasn't whistled, keep playing to the max. And I feel like the receiver might have been a bit more aware of that than his DB in front of him. And he just got a step on him. He just might have been a little bit distracted by the flag. Just got a step on him, and he managed to get past him. So this is going to be, after the PAT, which seems to be successful this time, it's going to be a 21-7 game. This is a 14-point deficit with not a lot of time to go for the Belgian team.
Yeah, this might have been the kill shot, but you never know. I'm going to repeat myself again. You know what I'm going to say.
I'm going to make a soundboard out of you so I can just push the buttons instead.
How long does it take to score a touchdown?
A few seconds.
A few seconds.
We saw it on the previous drive of the offense. They managed to really get that seam route down the field. Bouron did find his receiver Tristan Creter at that time. He threw a beautiful pass which really got caught, and he was gone. And
you might even score a touchdown on the return of the kickoff.
They might.
And then
this
everything
is going to be
for
more
nothing.
of an onside kick scenario soon. There are only 2 sides. They're gonna have to act quick. The offense is gonna have to act quick because they only have 2 timeouts left. They end the 2-minute warning, which we're almost at. But that means the clock is only gonna be stopped 3 times. So if the Czech team manages to get a good coverage on this kick, manages to stop the offense, then I think we're almost into kneel time for the team, for the visitors.
I don't want to make any assumptions. It's too early for that.
It is too early.
I'll call the game when the final whistle is blown.
Still a lot of football, still a lot of plays to come. See, it looks like the Belgian formation, the returning formation is a bit more tight this time to stop that penetration in the middle. The kick goes to about the 25 and gets picked up at the 20. He's starting to run. He looks to the right side, finds a little crease, runs behind his division, and he's going to get stopped at the 36, but there is a flag back at the 25. I think I might have seen a little block in the back or a little targeting maybe. I don't know what it was exactly on the block that went against number 30 from the Brussels Tigers. The block on Joshua Aninakwa. My apologies, on Joshua Aninakwa. And it's against the Barbarians. It is against the Barbarians, so that return is coming back. So we're going back to the 24, and the penalty yard just gets taken off as well, which means that we're going to start at about the 14, the 9-yard line. No, the 11. That is a challenge. 89 yards to go, not a lot of time to do it. What are their options?
What a great moment to shine, though.
It would be an amazing moment. That would be one that would be put on every athlete of this team's huddle for the years to come if they are able to do this. Let's see. Break the huddle. Does he go empty behind? No, he keeps one man with him. They go into tight formation, actually. Last time we saw this one, I think we saw a run to the right from the QB himself. Burro, under the gun. Ready for the snap. Gets the snap. Finds Yirikyoha to the side. And he stays tackled inbounds, so they're going to have to move quickly now. Time is of the essence. So they're going to get back into the huddle. They're going to have to move quickly here. They really don't have a lot of time to play with to take their time in the huddle. So
Get the play in. Get out of the huddle.
apparently we're already under 2 minutes.
Oh, I did not
I
notice that.
must have missed it. I just got word that we must be at about 2 or under 2 minutes. I didn't see the timeout myself either, but it has happened. So then now Burro looks down the field, looks for a man a bit deeper. Oh, and it's almost picked off. Number 21, Jakub Kubic. He had his hands on it, didn't manage to hold on. He was in the correct place. I feel like there was a little bit of miscommunication between QB and wide receiver, but almost a game-clinching play from the defensive back from the Czech national team.
But you can't underestimate how difficult it is. You know it's quite difficult when it's a ball that is throwing to you as a receiver. So trying to catch a ball that's not even thrown to you.
You have to be in a perfect position to do that and then have the steadiest hands you could possibly have. Let's see what they manage to pull out now. 3rd down and 10. Burro from the gun gets the snap, looks down the field to the right, sees his favorite target back open again. He's going to get tackled inbounds and he's not going to make a lot of yards.
Swarming defense.
Beautiful defensive effort from the Czech team. We have multiple players there and one that seems to be slow to get up, but he's up. Was a great play by the defense. And a timeout by the Belgians. This is going to be 4th down and 9. It's a crucial one. A crucial 4th down it's going to be here. Because game's almost over. What do you do here? Do you go for the splash play? Or do you just try and get the first?
I'm just crying because the game is almost over.
I've been enjoying
this.
This has been our debut, so I hope you have been enjoying listening to us. I hope you have been enjoying the video that our cameraman, who has been... I'm assuming he's almost very close to a roasted chicken. Has been doing on the sunroof. So we really appreciate that you've been with us today. We really appreciate that you're watching this, that you're supporting your local guys, that you're supporting the youth. Doesn't matter where you're looking from. Doesn't matter if you're a fan of the Belgian or the Czech team. That you're just happy that football on an international level is coming back to Belgium again. We've missed this. We had 2 games last year. The Belgium team has played in Spain, where they weren't ready for the game yet. Then they played a game against Switzerland in Belgium where they had a great effort. They closely lost that game, but they really put up a very, very, very good fight. So the scoreboard may say 2 scores difference at the time, but it doesn't feel like that in our hearts. But first we turn our attention to the field. Burro is going to be in the empty backfield. The pressure has been getting to him today. So is he able to get that pass away before that extra pressure comes? Because normally he has that running back there to put that extra protection. He gets the snap first. The pressure is being held off a bit. Launches it deep. It's a wobbly ball going straight. And he knocks it. Very smart play.
Very smart.
There is a flag down on the field at the 35-yard line, though. I didn't see it get thrown. I didn't see what went on. But it is there. Maybe there will be a holding, a little pushing, a little bit of a contact that wasn't allowed by the defense.
Oh, the flag is waved.
And the flag is being waved, which means that the 4th down play to kick it down was a great one. And I'm afraid that is going to clinch it for the Czech team.
I don't think I would ever been that smart as a defensive back to know me like, okay, I can catch it here. I have the interception on the name.
Yeah.
But knowing we would lose 30 yards by that, oh, that's very smart.
They might go there. It looks like they're going to kneel this game out. So he could have taken it for the stats, but it is a great sign, a great team player that he says, no, we're taking it where it was. We're going to accept that we are being the great team. We may already, I think they already have 1 interception. They have 1 interception.
Pick 6.
A pick 6, exactly. They have it on the board. They don't need another one. They need to win. The win is the most important thing. It is a team sport, and they are going to kneel it now. So it's going to be Firanek who is going to take the ball, who is going to kneel it out. doesn't look like there's going to be any timeouts taken by the Belgian team because they don't have any left. And then we already see a few handshakes, and we see the final whistle from the referee. A big applause from the crowd. What an effort from both teams.
Yeah, I've really been admiring the athleticism on display today. But not only the athleticism, also the football IQ has been very impressive from both teams.
We've seen plays done that we wouldn't expect, even with the seniors. The last play, as you said, the fourth down, to knock it down instead of take the interception. We've seen the punt coverage from the Belgian team where he tackled him as soon as the ball even touched his hands. It's been great all around. The scoreboard maybe not in our favor today as Belgian fans, but we are happy with the game that we saw, with the effort that we saw. This is a group of young men. There's a lot of players who actually had to go quit the team because the junior level, they were too old for it. So there's a lot of new guys in there, and I really enjoy seeing that they all play together, that they play together well. There was a lot of respect from both sides, and it's beautiful to see. And now
it's weird to feel a kind of sense of pride about people you've never talked to.
It is. There's a few teammates of mine as well, and I really appreciate the effort that they put today. They put up great games, but just in general, you're just proud of the game that these young men played. A little respect from both sides, a little handshake at the 50. The Belgian team being led by Bourron, the Czech team being led by Philippe Martinek, who also played a great game as a defensive back. There's a lot of respect from both organizations towards each other. It has been a great game. We of course can't forget to thank the referees for the game that they blew today. We can't forget to thank the medical staff that was here to make sure that all our players were in tip-top shape. We can't forget to thank the ball boys, the chain crew, the people who are selling the drinks, who are selling the food, the people who are at the entry, the security, everybody for making this a great event. And first we're going to have a big applause for the Czech team because they do deserve it. They've played a heck of a game today.
Yeah, and the difference was in the details sometimes, where they were able to consistently keep drives going with short passes, with a long pass from now and then, with a run mixed in there. So it has been great day of football. I think this is where we leave.
It's very promising for the future. I do want to see the Barbarians get a little bit of an applause, a little bit of innovation. They're on the other side of the field first. I'm pretty sure they'll come back to this side and they'll be accepting their applause from the crowd. They'll be happy to have played this game. They'll be happy with the conditions that we had today, weather-wise. They'll be happy with the fact that they were able to represent their country. First, a little flag waving from the Czech team, and rightfully so, jumps over two men. What a hurdle! And they're gonna celebrate for sure. The starting quarterback, Amos Ferranes, also gets a chance. He hops over two of his own players and he makes it safe through to the other side. A great deal of respect for the games that these players have played today, especially the QB. He had great short passes, but we've seen some great play from their offensive line, not allowing any pressure, from their defense to make sure that the Belgian team didn't get the yards that they needed. And just all around, great coaching as well today, because the penalties that we saw from the Czech side were limited to a minimum. This has made a difference in the game. I'm not going to say that it made the difference, but it has been a big difference. And now it's going to be the Belgian team's turn to accept their applause. They're coming towards the sideline. A big standing ovation from the whole crowd, and rightfully so for the effort that they put in today. The cheerleaders are cheering for them. The people are hootering and hollering for them. And this is then where we're going to wrap this off. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed as much as we have, and we hope to see you again for the next international game of the Belgian team. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.